What time is it? 24? That's not that bad.
No, I have a hard out at 1:30, so 2 hours.
All right, everybody, you hear that on set? Angela's a hard out. We're going to have to be wrapped out. Hard out on set.
First of all, remember how I told you that I had some news about air fryers and their toxicity?
Oh, no, you did.
Yeah.
What?
It's because they're all plastic.
Mine's metal.
And the heating.
Mine's metal.
Supposedly only glass ones are.
Mine's metal.
Mine's check it.
Metal. I've had plastic in the past.
Uh-huh.
I got a metal one right now.
Okay. The whole unit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe the dials are plastic.
Okay. It's certainly better than plastic.
Yeah.
If it's metal.
But, I mean, at this point, I've had like 3 other ones that were plastic.
Yeah. But also at this point, Paul.
Oh.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. I've put so many things in my nose and my mouth. It's like,
I know. We're worried about
like,
it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. The plastic's a mess up. But
Right.
you know, actually, when people say that shit and they're like, oh, you know, I've seen you snort pills.
Uh-huh.
It's like, yeah. So then why would I do something else on
Right.
top of that? Why are we compounding the issue?
Totally. Or like, yeah, sure. I did that for a couple years. I'm going to be eating out of the air fryer for 25.
Yes.
Little bit of longer exposure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I do that on New Year's Eve. Oh, my goodness.
Right. Wow.
Once a year. I air fryer every day.
Totally. Yeah, no, I saw that and I was just like,
I knew it was going to be something about plastics.
Oh, for sure.
It's always something about plastics.
It is, dude. Well,
Microplastics.
oh, I know. I'm made
macroplastics.
of plastic. But also, in my delusional mind, I'm like, that's just preserving me. Plastic lasts forever.
No, bad.
You know?
I hate that.
Like,
I saw this thing, who knows if it was real, a long time ago
Right.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Talking about preservatives in food and how, like, the preservatives in food prevent your body from breaking them down because it's preserving them. And so they, like, it was like a simple experiment of, like, feeding people, like, homemade noodles of just, like, rice, whatever, easy, simple noodles.
Yeah.
And then, like, cup of noodles.
Rice
was the
noodles.
comparison.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's plastic.
yeah, and that's like what they did. They like did like a colon search,
Oh.
and it was like, here's what the, homemade noodle colon, squeaky clean, no
Yeah,
problem. The other
yeah.
one, ramen shop,
Oh, dude.
just noodles.
Worried about colon cancer.
We all right? That's our new
cancer.
thing.
Dawson from Dawson's Creek, James Vanderbeek.
Oh yeah.
I mean, my
Pouring
God,
out.
that was sad.
Yeah.
6 kids. He's like 48. But I mean, why are you having 6 kids?
6 kids.
Oh, and one was like a baby. Actually, a lot of them were.
That sucks.
I mean, that's too many kids.
That's too many
But
kids.
it still sucks.
That still sucks.
You're 48.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, all they say is just eat beans.
Just
Just
eat beans.
eat beans.
Legumes.
Yes, Paul.
Yeah.
I eat fiber like it's my fucking job.
You know, actually, like after our whole last episode talking about Chinese medicine,
Yes.
all last week for breakfast on Monday, because it was a holiday, I made a big batch of congee and then just had it in the fridge. And so every morning I just like did some up. And then I also made a fuck ton of soft boiled eggs, like jammy eggs.
Yes.
So I was just heating up a bowl of congee, soft boiled egg on top from the fridge, and a drizzle of ponzu sauce.
You're making my mouth water.
Oh my
Paul,
God.
Dude.
It was so good. I was like, oh, I thought I was going to do this and I was going to like stomach it and be like, I got through it. It's like plain.
Congee's fucking
but I also made it with
delicious
bone broth.
Oh my God.
So it was just like flavorful, proteinful,
Dude.
collagen.
Yes.
And delicious and filling and easy in the morning. I was like, what the fuck?
For sure.
Have I been doing?
I know, dude.
Breakfast burritos? Idiot.
Stupid.
That's weekend food.
That is weekend food. I'll tell you, the duck congee from One Fold in Denver,
Slut me
Colorado
out.
is like next level. Oh, I was going to ask you, and I know the answer.
What?
Have you made a eye doctor appointment yet to get glasses?
No. I'm not doing that. That's crazy.
5 years from now, you're going to be like, God, I really need glasses.
Yeah.
And still will not have gotten them.
I'll get to it. It's like, you know what? Glasses, but how about just a general checkup
Oh,
at
for
a
sure,
doctor?
dude.
How about a dentist appointment?
A dentist. When was
dentist
the last time you
appointment.
were at the dentist?
Couldn't tell you.
Like when you were like 21?
College.
Yeah, college. That's like
College.
Yeah, and you're about to be 34.
Don't look it. Whatever, these teeth is nice.
Dude, as long as you floss and brush every day,
Right.
What's the problem?
I'm not a flosser.
Really?
I'm a mouthwasher.
Wow. Oh my God. Do you know the tie between mouthwash and heart disease? Look into that rabbit hole.
Aren't you just a fucking
I'm
pleasure?
Well, I want you to you should be flossing instead of mouthwashing.
How is mouthwashing hurting my heart? The swishy.
Look it up.
Swish?
It's Listerine specific.
I'm not using Listerine. I'm getting shit from fucking Sprouts.
Of
it's
course.
like tea tree oil.
Yes.
Organic coconut.
Does your boyfriend oil pull?
He did when we met, but he's like stopped. He goes in phases.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Have you tried it?
I have.
Me too.
Caca.
I tried oil pulling with coconut oil.
Yeah. I have the jar or the fucking shit I bought.
Doing it, I'm like, I'm gonna puke.
Well, it's like, and they want me to do this for how long?
15 minutes.
Yeah, that's You want me to swish around?
The feeling in your mouth, it's making me gag right now just thinking about it.
I swallow.
Oof.
I'm not trying to. And then you can't spit it in the sink.
Oof. No. Ooh.
I'm not into it.
Oh God.
No.
This is like how you felt when you were thinking about rusty things underwater. That's what that does to me.
Pulling up in the back of your throat.
Oh my God, yeah, dude. Gonna vomit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, we're just kind of like in a limbo state here. You're getting ready to move.
This is like, I'm packing shit today.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave this set up for, I think we're probably filming in here one more time.
Okay.
And then we're gonna need to do one at yours.
Ah, moving is fun.
I'm like not worried about it this time.
I just hate it. It's just a chore.
Most of my shit, maybe that's not true.
We say is like cataloged in
well,
your
no,
head,
I'm gonna
or
say
what?
like this whole closet, which is the majority of the things I own, is in boxes already from when I moved in.
Love
and
that.
Because I like live in a studio, like most of my shit's packed up because I don't have places
Well, exactly.
to put it.
And when you live in a studio or a small apartment, you're kind of like always aware of what shit you have.
I like today, I think I'm gonna do tchotchkes.
Yeah.
Because my apartment is full of little
things.
Cucinada.
Yep.
That I don't need.
Yep.
That just is there.
Yep.
And
and while you're doing it, I hate to say this, purge. Now's the just.
No,
I'm
I will.
sure there's some
I already
shit
have
you can
thrown
get
shit
rid
out.
of.
I
you know?
already was like very just like fuck this, don't need it out.
Totally.
Shit.
You know what I do sometimes? I'll be like, have I even touched this since the last time I moved?
Yeah, that doesn't.
Have
work
I
on
looked
me.
at this?
Doesn't work on me.
In the last 5
because
years?
I'll go, oh, I remember why I saved this. I remember the project I thought I could use this for.
Totally.
Ooh,
yeah.
There it is again. Better save it.
Better save it for another 5 years.
Yeah. Better move this around.
Paul hates when I talk about this because I call him a hoarder, and he got very upset. When was that? Like 7 years?
2 moves ago.
Yeah, but several years ago.
6 or 7.
Yeah, but Paul got very upset with me because I called him a hoarder when we were moving.
Listen, it was relentless. It was everything.
I mean, come
every
on.
time they picked up a box, they're like, "God, you're a hoarder."
There
was a lot. I will say it was not hoarder though. It's not like things were just piled up places.
No,
but it was going from having a 4-bedroom house with a basement and a garage, and working in a studio where they were just giving away shit,
right?
And I fucking furnished that whole house.
You did, which was crazy.
Furnished that house, full kitchen, had shit in the garage, like ready to go, and then moved into 1 bedroom,
into a 10 by 10 cell, basically.
Yeah.
Your room and my room at our last places were so fucking small.
They were so small, and we lived there for so long, and I'm just like, we could be in prison.
Oh, I could easily live in a cell.
Yeah.
So,
or I think like prison, or I think like long space voyage. If I had to be put on a ship for a long time,
sure,
I would probably be fine.
Or I'm thinking end of the world apocalypse scenario.
Bunker.
Yeah.
I'll live those days out fine.
Totally. I used to, every single time when I was a kid, I think I've told you this probably several years ago, but every time when I was a kid, and I would go, like a little kid, like I remember doing this when I was like 9, 10, 11, 12. Every time I would go into a dressing room, I would, try the clothes on, obviously, but I'd be like, okay, how would I set up if I was stuck in this dressing room for the rest of my life?
Okay.
Yeah. And I would be like, okay, so here's where, and I would do
That's the piss corner.
I would do it, yes. That's the kitchen corner. This is the sleeping corner. Dude, I had a crazy dream about me and you last night.
Okay.
You had some experimental drug, and you were like, Angela,
a dream.
Oh, it was
wasn't
very
a dream.
much, this dream was very much one of those dreams that I have where it's like in motion picture and it will go from beginning to end. You had this experimental drug that you gave me and you were like really excited about it. You were like, I've been doing this, it's going to change your life. And I remember taking it and I remember feeling different in my dream, which I also, sorry, I'm getting too distracted. I'm going to finish this train of thought. So I take the drug. I remember saying, oh, I'm glad it's just a body high and not a head high. I'm glad I'm not out of my mind. And you're like, that's just because you didn't take enough. And you're like,
this does sound like me.
Take more. And then cut to, we were at a professional basketball game.
Yeah.
Like way high up. And there was like slides going down. We slid down, which would be sick, by the way.
Sick. Scary.
So we slide down the slide onto the court mid-game.
Yeah.
And they're like, security, get these two.
But then we start playing.
But no. Then we get arrested. I'm panicking.
Well, yeah.
And you're like, calm down, calm down. And I'm like, don't let them find my ID. Don't let them find my ID. Cut to now we're in like this weird building with cops and they find our IDs and they're like, you both need new IDs. We're going to take your picture. We're sitting there getting our pictures taken for our new IDs. I walk around to the computer to like see my photos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my eyes are closed in every single one. And then I see your photos and they're like full glamour shots.
Oh, yes.
And I was like, why does Paul look so fucking good and I look so fucking bad? And then I was like, Paul, are you still feeling it? And you're like, no, it's totally gone now.
Yeah.
But I can't take drugs in front of these cops. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. And then I just woke up.
That happened. You don't remember?
Isn't that
yeah.
weird?
We don't remember when that happened to us?
Yeah, dude. I forgot. I really wanted to tell you that. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, my other train of thought that I was going to bring up was when in dreams, I smell things. I feel heat. I have very realistic sensations. I don't know if that's normal for everybody.
I don't know if I do, but I don't remember a lot of my dreams. And I smoke so much weed before bed.
The marijuana.
That it really does affect them. I usually only like wake up remembering the emotional feeling of the dream. So if it's like a stress dream, I wake up and I go, well, whatever that fucking was stressful.
Yeah.
You know, like, God
now
damn
my
it.
heart rate is up. Well, that sucks and you don't even remember why.
Yeah, and usually if I do remember a dream, it's like because something like deeply emotional and traumatic is surfacing up. And so I'm like only remembering the emotions and not the like sensations.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's fucking dark in here.
Sure.
Yeah.
I believe it is. Because you are kind of like the human embodiment of put that in a drawer and close the drawer.
Yeah. Yeah, burrs.
Anyway. Yeah. Oh, did you want to do the intro?
Oh, the intro.
The intro.
Do you want to do the intro? Oh, we can do the intro.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, because I did it last time.
You did do it last time. Okay, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Secondhand Smut. I'm Angela.
And I'm Paul.
And this is Secondhand Smut.
The podcast where Angela reads a smut, so I don't have to.
That's exactly right.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Episode 43. One more episode, and then Paul's going to do a takeover episode, which I'm very excited for, and I think he is as well.
I am. I need to finish my notes, but I am excited.
Well, you've got time.
Oh, I've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I don't want it is busy. I don't know what I am. Well, a lot's going on, but there's nothing going on at the same time. Yeah. Well, that's just because working a job. Yeah, it's like I'm working a lot, and then after work, I've got things that have to be done.
Yep.
Packing.
And then moving,
fucking getting ready for some concerts that I have to craft my outfits for. And then also trying to work on some like other, production type shit.
Yeah.
And this podcast.
Yes.
I'm always like, I don't have anything going on.
And then you count
it
out.
Like, oh, fuck, my plate's pretty fucking full,
You're
isn't
like,
it?
actually, I do.
Yeah.
Totally.
Maybe that's why I'm always tired.
Probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you go to bed late.
I do go to bed late.
That's
true.
I do want to talk about this week's book with you.
I guess we can do that.
It's a fun one.
Okay. What was it? Oh, the
House of Rayne. Mm-hmm. And you did the...
Yes.
Or no, I don't know why I'm doing voguing.
Yeah, you're the ballroom.
The ballroom, yeah.
Which I'm like, did I do a guess that was that before?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe, but if it was like a year ago.
Yeah. I mean, we are 3 episodes into this.
Which is crazy. Okay. I would show you the cover of the book, but it's irrelevant and it's too dark, so you can't see it.
Yeah, it is. Jesus Christ.
I know. Small writing. Sorry. Don't touch the screen
I won't.
right now until you scroll down.
Okay.
Okay.
Kindles are hard, everybody.
Kindles are
That's
hard,
what I have to
everybody.
say. Like,
yeah, Kindles are hard.
when I have to read the back of the book from a Kindle, it is hard.
Paul, I give you full credit. It's not easy. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why is this? Yeah. Anyway, so everybody, the book we're reading this week is called House of Rayne by famed book talk author. My famed book talk author, Harley Laroux. This is my first Harley Laroux book I've read.
What a name.
But she's famous. Well, they are. I don't know if it's a woman. I mean, I'm assuming, but I mean, it might show on Amazon. Anyway, I digress. Famed. Book talk TikTok author. And you know what? Not bad.
Okay.
I was like, okay, here we go, Harley.
Usually
okay. Oh yeah, I was like, so you're gonna be like a
suck.
fucking Alexandria Saint Pierre, and I'm gonna want to commit suicide. No, she was good. Not Pam Godwin good.
Yeah.
But she was good. I had a really good time, and I was like, okay,
great,
into this. House of Rayne. Start at the very top. You can kind of see it where it says Salem, and then go down to Rayne.
Salem.
That's her name. Well, one of their names.
Oh, I was like, not like witch trials. Salem. I wasn't supposed to be here. I was supposed to be marrying my fiancé, looking forward to a tropical honeymoon. Instead, I find myself on a ferry, headed for historic Balfour Manor and the Black Ridge Island in the Pacific Northwest. Oh, now I'm stranded with a woman I'm irresistibly drawn to. Rayne holds secrets as dark and mysterious as her old house. Oh, lesbians. Hey-o. Crimson shadows stalk the halls and strange voices call out in the night. But it's she who haunts me most. Is this going to be ghost stories?
It's a paranormal. Yeah, it's a ghost story.
Yeah.
It was scary, dude.
Oh, okay. Following a gruesome murder, the island's true nature is revealed, and every night becomes a fight for survival. Something is stalking the forest, killing indiscriminately, and this time we're its prey. Am I supposed to read the next part?
Rayne.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Rayne. Oh, so that was Salem.
That was Salem's part.
Oh, okay. Death has followed me since childhood. My mother's murder and father's violent death changed me, teaching me just how cruel the world can be. I never got what I wanted until Salem showed up at my door. She's adventurous, beautiful, and doomed if she stays here. Now I suddenly have something to lose. The woman who broke down my walls and saw through my mask, who showed me I'm worth loving. My family has long been buried, but even the vilest of secrets must be dug up again to survive the evil that hunts us. I finally have something to fight for, and I'll do whatever it takes to save her. I think already, here I am wildly making guesses about books
Get
based
into
on
it.
nothing. I think that Rayne is secretly the thing that's stalking everyone, and she doesn't realize that she's turning into the creature.
Okay. Kind of like the dove. She didn't realize she was the dove.
Yes, but more evil, more like, I didn't know I was a
sinister.
werewolf.
Well, let's get into it.
Okay.
So very on brand. I was in the Pacific Northwest last week.
I was going to say you were just
in a cabin in the forest
and
in
you
the
read
mountains,
this?
and I read this.
Oh, that
night.
is scary.
I was scared.
That's
Paul.
scary. How
So,
brave of you.
Everyone picture moody, dramatic, gray skies,
Yes.
rainy.
Twilight, the movie.
Yes. So we meet Salem, and she is in a town on the coast of Washington, and she has been cycling from San Francisco to Washington.
Thick thighs, big, strong legs.
She's got a pixie cut,
Yeah, she does.
brunette pixie cut. Cute, really cute, fun, nice, sweet.
Wait, who is this?
Salem.
Okay.
Salem has the pixie cut.
Yes.
Her fiance Colin just called off their wedding, and he was cheating on her.
Aren't they always?
Yep. So she's like, bye.
Yeah.
And she's in a bar. She's in a dive bar in the, not even a town. And in walks this gorgeous woman.
Okay.
Tall, long brunette hair, backwards hat on.
Hot. Little butch.
That would give me every
Oh,
time.
of course.
Jesus.
100%.
Doesn't matter what you are. If you are wearing a hat backwards, I'm yours.
When I see backwards hat, I immediately am like, oh, blowjob.
Yep.
That's, you got it in blowjob mode.
Ooh.
And I'm just like, yeah.
Ooh, I
Suck
love
at us,
that.
do it. Yeah. That is how I feel.
And they hit it off. That's Rayne. Rayne comes and sits next to Salem, and they're hitting it off. We don't know that that's Rayne, obviously.
Yeah,
but
she hasn't been introduced
She
yet.
She goes, let's not use any names tonight. Let's keep it.
Backwards hat, no names?
Yep.
This is
And
my
so
kind of
they
party.
end up hooking up in the bathroom. She goes down on Salem.
Yeah.
And they have a grand old time. Cut to the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Salem is on the ferry to Black Ridge Island. stormy seas, rain. There's only one other woman on the ferry. And that woman is praying over and over and over again. Just talking to God.
Because the like seas are choppy, or just because they're a God talker?
Who knows what's going on?
Okay.
You know, and she's panicking. And as soon as the ferry gets to the dock, that woman runs and lands in the grass and is like, saying to God, like, thank God, thank God, thank God. And then Salem sees this blonde woman who looks very pious come up to her and like lift her up by her armpits and like whisper something in her ear and like very sternly talks to her. And then the woman like calms down, and Salem just gets a bad vibe from this woman.
Yeah.
She's just like, this is weird, whatever. Grabs her bike, her bag, and she's like, I'm going to head into the little village, go to the little grocery store, get some stuff before checking in to the Balfour Manor.
She's checking into the Balfour Manor as like a guest? Mm-hmm. Okay. Good.
Yep. She's going to spend a couple weeks there on that island. The island has some good mountain bike trails. She's going to mountain bike. She just had to get away, her fiance.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
So is she a professional biker? Where's this money coming from?
Don't know.
Okay.
Don't know anything about her.
I'm just trying to figure out a way that I can leave everything behind and go hang out on an island
in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, with like rainy shit.
Yep. Same.
Yeah.
Dude. Permanently.
Yeah, permanently.
Anyway, so she gets to the general store. She's just kind of looking around. She sees a bulletin board with like sermons on it. This is clearly a religious town.
I was going to say, the town... Yeah. I don't like the vibe of the
town. It's a village.
Yeah.
You know, very remote. The population is probably like 400 people in the winter. So she's like, okay, very religious. Then that woman who gave her a bad vibe, she rounds the corner and she sees her. She's standing there. And that woman approaches Salem. She's like, hi, I'm Ruth. And she's like, hi, I'm Salem. I'm just here to stay for a couple, whatever. She's getting very bad vibes from Ruth.
Yeah.
Culty vibes.
Yes.
Sidebar, she notices they don't sell booze, cigarettes. That's not integral to the story, but that's the vibe we're getting.
Yeah.
So she makes her way to the B&B, to the manor. And it is a 1920s manor. Tall spires, ivy and moss covered, chimneys, gargoyles, tall pine trees, moody as fuck.
Yeah.
And of course, upon arriving and walking into reception, she notices it's the woman from last night.
Of course.
Who serviced her in the bar bathroom.
And now she'll be servicing her here at the hotel.
And she's excited because she had such a great time. She was really sad that
yeah.
You know.
Are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. If I hook up with a rando
that you enjoy,
that we had a good time, and then I go to check into my B&B and that's who's like working the front desk, I'm just like, oh, it's
on and popping for the next
city.
Yeah.
Come city, bitch.
Yes, Paul.
Yeah.
I'd be like, we're doing this every night for the next 2 weeks until I leave.
Yeah, room service.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Rayne sees her and she's like, fuck. She introduces herself. Now they know each other's names. And Rayne just is keeping it professional. They're not talking about the elephant in the room. So Rayne's not being mean to her or cold.
No.
She's being nice, but she's like, let me show you to your room.
But she's not being like, hey, pussy liquor. Like, yeah. Respectfully. Dude, the real version of this, though, is that you had a horrible, awkward hookup and that's who's there.
For sure.
And that would happen to me.
In fact...
We don't need to get into it. That's a story for another time.
Okay.
We'll tell that story on our Patreon when we get set up.
Love that, dude. Okay, anyway, so Rayne tells her, you're here for the next 2 weeks. The ferry doesn't come out here in the winter, and you're set to leave on the day of the final ferry, November 1st.
The FF.
Don't miss it, or else you're stuck here for the winter. So, like, 6 months.
I'm, like, stuck here?
Stuck here.
You're telling me I couldn't, like...
Lope, you couldn't leave.
I couldn't charter a copter?
No one will come out there in the winter.
Okay.
And so Rayne's showing her around the manor, and Salem's noticing portraits, and it's all of Rayne's ancestors, grandfather, great-grandfather, father, who are all preachers.
Jesus.
And Rayne tells Salem, as she gets to her room, this place is old. You're going to hear a lot of really weird things at night, but just don't worry about it. If you get scared, come find me at reception. And if you can't find me at reception, you can come find me in my room. It's on the 3rd floor. Which she never tells guests, by the way. And Rayne's like, why? We get Rayne's perspective. She's like, why did I tell her to come find me in my room? Like, you know.
We know why.
Why?
You like that.
Yeah. Anyway, cut to that night in Rayne's room. Now, this is Rayne, the manor owner.
Yeah.
She's... lots of marijuana representation in this book.
You love to see it.
You would be happy to hear.
I am happy to hear.
They smoke, like, even at that night when they hooked up, they went outside and smoked a joint together before hooking up in the bathroom.
Because that's what happens in real life.
Exactly. So anyway, Rayne's in her room, sitting in front of the fire, and she's smoking a joint, and she's looking out to the ocean. It's, like, only lit by fire in her room. And in the reflection, she can see her bedroom door creak open.
Shit, dude. god.
And she's paralyzed, but she won't turn around. And she can smell rotten flesh, blood, and mold. And the room goes so cold, she can see her breath.
This is awesome.
Oh, it was scary. And the author did a really good job of writing. Like, it was very fucking scary. And she, like, gets up and, like, slowly, she won't turn around. She slowly backs up and moves towards the door. And right before she goes to just close her door and lock it, she turns around. No one's there. Well, nothing's there. And then she locks the door. And I'm going to read to you a little bit. I couldn't allow Salem to distract me, especially not now. The nights were growing longer and the cold was deepening. The sheriff thought I was crazy, but I knew it already wasn't safe to be out after dark, no matter how early in the season it was. If the angel wasn't awake yet, it would be soon. Then hunting season would begin, and whether I was predator or prey, I wouldn't know until it was too late.
It's very Midnight Mass.
It is.
Very
only
Midnight
on
Mass.
the West Coast.
Yeah.
But it's very Midnight Mass.
Yeah.
Morning. Cut to morning. She's in the dining room of the B&B, Salem is, and we meet Martin and George, the only other two guests at the manor right now.
Gay lovers.
I'm assuming.
Okay.
They're there on a hunting trip. They've been there before.
And
he's like...
Hunting trip.
Right.
Wink, wink.
He's like cleaning his rifle at the table.
Yeah, I bet he is.
They're there to hunt black bears. Anyway, Rayne comes in and sees Salem and is like, how did you sleep? How was your night? Asks her all this stuff.
Yeah.
And when she leaves, George and Martin are like, that woman doesn't say two words to anyone else. You must be something special, blah, 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 you know. Anyway, cut to Salem is exploring. She's mountain biking. Oh, no. That's a little bit later. She's exploring the manor right now. And she passes the third floor staircase, which is off limits to guests. And she's like, Rayne's room is up there. And then all of a sudden, it turns ice cold and she can smell something rank and foul. And she goes up a couple steps and she can see on the wall in front of her all this black mold emanating, like moving. She can see it moving.
Oh, fuck that.
Growing.
Oh, fuck that.
And she's like, what? And she starts walking up more stairs. And as she's walking up more stairs, she can start to see her breath. And then the mold retracts. And then she hears...
I'm not playing with mold.
Footsteps running toward her. And she's like, who's running? Turns around, runs down the hall to her room. He can hear these footprints running after her. And then she turns around when she gets to her door.
Nothing there.
No one's there. Later that night... we got ghosts.
Yeah, we got ghosts.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be like, I'm leaving. I'm going to Rayne's. I don't know. I would do something.
I'm not going to Rayne's if Rayne's room's up there.
I just saw...
If I see black mold...
And
scarier than any ghost.
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
Like neuro damage. I'm breathing that in.
Yes.
I'm being diseased for the rest of my life.
Goes away.
Yeah, black mold bad. Haunted
and
black
smelling
mold.
the smell of decay, like bodily.
If you can smell
decay.
it's already in your body.
Yeah. So anyway, that night, Salem's in her bathtub and she's thinking about Rayne and the night they spent together, and she's servicing herself.
I was gonna say she's jerking it.
And she's thinking, I think Rayne and I's chemistry is so good, like she could fulfill my darkest, kinkiest desires that my ex Colin would make fun of me for or judge me for.
Like what, getting peed on?
Yeah, sure. I mean, that doesn't happen in the book, but I can see it. And then all of a sudden, as she's servicing herself, she sees in the doorway a silhouette of a woman wearing red, except for, I'm kind of picturing the girl from The Ring.
Okay.
Long, dark hair that's like swaying, gaunt body, corpse-like face with rotten lips pulled back from black teeth and blood dripping from her fingertips onto the floor.
Black teeth. Ooh.
And it scares the fucking shit out of her. Yeah. She tries to get up. She's slipping. She falls back, lands on the faucet, water spraying everywhere. The vibrators across the floor. And she lets out this blood-curdling scream. And then she, like, bam, lands on her back. And the next thing she knows, she's being picked up and carried. And it's Rayne. Rayne is picking her up and carrying her. And
this is a fun crossover of genres.
Of smut and...
that we've got, like, ghost, slip and fall in the bathroom, vibrator on the floor. Like, this... I like this.
For sure. Oh, I had a blast reading this. I will definitely read more Harley Laroux. And so she carries her to her bed. Rayne gets the water to stop. Salem is terrified. She's like, someone was there. Someone was in the fucking bathroom, dripping blood, wearing red. Like, and then Rayne goes, wait, what? And she goes, she's wearing red. And Rayne goes, like, bored, still as a board.
Okay.
And she goes, did she say anything?
See, this was good. This is a crossroads moment for me.
Why?
Because if Rayne would have been like, oh, you're just imagining things, when it's like, obviously Rayne knows that something is happening here, then I would have been like, fuck this girl.
For sure.
I don't fuck around
she
like
didn't,
that.
Actually,
but if
Paul,
she's like, oh, you saw something, I see shit too, what's going on? Tell me more.
So funny.
That I love.
So funny you said that. Because while I was reading, it's from Salem's perspective, and she goes, I'm screaming at this woman, Rayne, that I saw something, and I know she's going to tell me I'm a liar. I know she's going to tell me I'm making things up, and Rayne didn't.
Yeah.
She knows.
Huge point.
Not gaslighting her.
That's what I'm talking about.
Glad you picked up on that. And so she says, did they say anything? Did she say anything? And Salem says, no, she didn't say anything. And she goes, well, you can't stay in a room with a broken faucet, so I'm going to take you up to the 3rd floor. And she takes her up to the room that is right next to Rayne's.
I thought it was going to be Rayne's room, and I was like, oh, so not a single open room here. But I'd also be like, I'm not sure how I feel about the 3rd floor.
Big time. I would feel good about being next to Rayne, though. I'd be like, at least she's right next to me. And then while they're walking up there, Salem sees into Rayne's room. It's beautiful. There's a record player. There's a fire going. It's moody. And she can see her. I think it's an Irish wolfhound.
Okay.
Named Loki.
Okay.
Huge dog sitting on the bed. And so Loki's going to be a big part of the book.
Okay, great.
Cut to 3 a.m. Rayne goes down to Salem's room. Old room. And it is dead silent. Like, no creaking. In fact, it sounds like it's airtight silent.
Weird.
Yeah. And again, she can see her breath, and it reeks of rot and mold. And when she goes to leave, the door slams and locks, and the handle is so cold she can't touch it. And then she hears tap, 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 clawing on the door. And she's just like... trying to keep it. Yep, namaste. Trying to keep it together. Finally, the door opens. She can get it to open, and she goes, "Leave her alone. She has nothing to do with this. Leave her alone."
That's her ex-girlfriend. That is some lesbian ex-girlfriend shit right there.
Big time.
Yeah. Oh, I'll haunt your ass forever.
Yeah. Forever. Scare the shit out of you and any girl you try to bring in
here. I dare you to
here.
bring some bitch in here. You said you love me. Like.
Yes. So Rayne is walking down the hall, and she can feel the breath on the back of her neck, and she can smell the breath, but she won't turn around. And then in the moonlight shadow, she can see a hand reaching over her, and she's like, nope, go. And so she just keeps walking.
I feel like I want this to happen to me.
Right.
But then I don't know if in the moment, if I would be like, no, I didn't want this to happen.
But you would say that.
I don't know.
It depends on the outcome. If you live, cool.
Yeah. Well, in my head, I'm like, no spirit can harm me.
For sure. And if that's the case,
then
it would be fun.
Then I want this to then I'd be like, okay, let's do this. Try to scare me.
Yeah, I want to feel something.
Well, you could probably scare me, but it would just be like,
yeah,
that it's a ghost. That's cool.
So I did forget to mention that this is the first time we hear the chanting, and it says, the blood, in blood I call thee. Cut to next day. Salem's out riding on the trails, and she eats shit. And her bike's all fucked up. She's all fucked up.
Damn.
And she's like, I'll just walk down to the beach, I guess. Chill, sit at the beach, whatever. Okay, I'm on vacation. And smoke a J.
Joint. Okay. Hell yeah, dude.
While she's smoking a J, she can feel something looking at her. She can feel a malevolent thing.
From the forest, from the woods.
Yep. And she's getting freaked out. She's like, I'm going to go. I'm freaked out.
I cannot believe that you read this in Seattle in the middle of the forest in a cabin alone.
I know, it was scary.
Yeah.
I was scared.
Yeah.
So I did have to put it away sometimes.
Because when you were calling me, we were like talking about Bigfoot and stuff. Like,
yes. Well, especially when we get to the thing. The angel that we've heard earlier.
Look, you're brave.
Thank you.
You're brave.
She brings the bike up to the manor, and now she's like on the property. It's got like a big backyard with trees and like little outhouses and buildings. It's a property like that. And she runs into Rayne, and she's clearly upset. First of all, her bike's fucked up. She's bleeding. She's also upset because so Rayne's like, whoa, hey. Yeah. She goes, relax, pretty girl.
Pretty girl.
She keeps calling her pretty girl. Pretty girl.
That's what you call a bird.
And they're like chest to chest, and she's like, I don't know, I just felt something was watching me from the forest, blah, blah, blah. And Rayne's like touching her face, and she's like, did you get hurt? And she like can't handle Rayne touching her. She's like, oh my God. Yeah. This hot girl is touching me.
Again.
And so she offers Rayne the joint, and Rayne's like, I don't usually smoke with the same girl twice. And Salem's like,
what a cool rule.
And Salem's like, so you're a one-night stand kind of gal. And Rayne's like, yeah, I mean, I've never been with the same girl twice ever. It's kind of hard when you live on an island that shuts down for an entire season.
Dude, fuck boys. Lesbians can be such fuck boys.
Oh, yeah.
The hey mamas.
Ooh. Never mind.
What? You love a hey mama?
There was this book that I was looking at last night to read for the pod, and that was a trope.
Hey mama. Yeah.
Anyway, so Rayne's like looking at her and they're smoking. She's like, are you scared of me? And Salem's like, a little bit, but I like that.
Yeah.
And Rayne grabs her hand and was like, okay, whisks her away and takes her into this little alcove up against a rocky wall.
Outdoor beach sex.
And I'm going to read you a little something.
Yeah.
We got some smut.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't it?
Isn't it nice?
Barely above a whisper, I said, "Tell me what you like." "I like domination," Salem said. It took all my self-control not to shove her back against the wall and kiss her. She couldn't have known how those words would affect me, how her desire would sing to mine like a siren song. I like feeling a little afraid. It's like a free fall, like diving into the ocean. The ocean will swallow you alive, I warned. You'll drown, and the deeper you go, the darker it'll get. Don't do it, Rayne. She deserves so much better than you. I don't care, Salem said. I know what I like.
Lesbians.
I can't promise you anything good, I said to her. There's a reason I don't bring people back here, Salem. There's no light at the end. There's no happy ending here. I shoved her back, pinning her to the wall and pressing my forehead to hers. Those sweet honey eyes staring up at me as she smiled, eager and wanting.
Honey eyes.
And buckle up, because this is a fun one. So Salem's just like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I want you, Rayne.
Yeah.
And Rayne's like, okay, then touch yourself. Take your pants off and touch yourself and let me watch. And she's doing it, and she's like, please touch me, Rayne. And Rayne's like, did I give you permission to call me Rayne?
Whoa!
And Salem, like, gets all scared a little bit, and Rayne's like, you call me Madam. And Salem goes,
Madam.
Yes, Madam.
Oh!
She's loving it. And then Rayne takes her own belt off and tells Salem to get on her knees and ties her belt around Salem's neck like a leash.
Oh!
And Salem's just like, loving this, going crazy. And she's like, show me what a good girl you are, and pulls her and makes Salem eat her out. And so Rayne gets off. Buckle up.
Okay.
Salem's like straddling naked Rayne's boot.
Boot?
Uh-huh. And rubbing up against it. And Rayne's like saying all kinds of filthy shit. And she's like, get yourself off on my boot.
Come on my shoes.
And she does.
Come on my shoes.
Uh-huh. And then when they finish, Rayne like lifts her up and like hugs her, and she like doesn't immediately want to take off. She's like, I don't want to take off on this girl. Like, I want to
It's never happened before.
aftercare or whatever.
Ah.
But then she thinks about where they're at and what's going on.
The beast.
And she's like, throws her walls up, and she's like, I gotta go, I'm sorry, and leaves.
I'd be like, we gotta go, right? There's something scary out here in these woods.
For sure.
Okay.
So she leaves, but she wasn't cold to Salem when she left. So it's not like, this isn't a bully romance where a lot of the dudes will be like a
go fuck yourself
fucking
now.
asshole. You know, Rayne's not like that. Anyway, cut to the next day. Salem is trying to fix her bike to go into the village, and Rayne's like, I'll take you. So they ride their ATV into the little village, and there's a sign in town that Salem sees that says, effective November 1st, curfew. Anyone under 18 must be home by 4, and all other residents must be
4?
4 p.m. You are home, and you can't leave till 7 a.m.
Oh,
Adults,
I kind of love that.
Adults, right?
Actually, send me home at 4. I'm making dinner.
Yes. And adults have to be home. And just Salem's just like, damn, that's
Wait, when do adults
strict.
have to be home?
6. Adults have to be there at 6. Kids, anyone under 18 has to be at 4.
I could do 6.
6 would be nice, because then you could take care of a couple things after work.
Except for me, I work till 6.
Right. You
so
couldn't.
I couldn't.
No. Don't think about it. Anyway, so in the store, they go to the general store, which is also clearly someone's home.
Yeah.
Or it's like it used to be.
Also a cool vibe.
Or like it used to be.
Like if you like lived in a small town and you did like the first floor of your house was a general store, and then you lived in an apartment above it.
Would love that.
Love that vibe.
There's 2 little girls, Rebecca and Rachel, and they clearly know Rayne and really love Rayne. And
a lot of R names.
It's very hard for me to get them correct. Anyway, so Rebecca comes up to Salem, and she's like, I want to go to the tower. I want to go with Rayne. Rayne isn't scared of the dark. The tower's so dark because it has to be for the angel. And then she covers her mouth, and she's like, oh my God, I'm not supposed to talk about the angel.
That's so Midnight Mass.
And so Salem goes out back. She's like, okay, whatever. And her dad comes. Andy comes down. Andy's Rayne's friend, dad's little girl. The girl's little...
Dad's little girl.
The little girl's dad.
I feel you. We got there.
And so Salem kind of walks out the back door, and she sees like this little yard, and there's wire around the perimeter and bells attached to the wire.
Security.
And she like dings one, and it dings them all.
Oh.
And Andy and Rayne come running out. Andy's got his rifle, and Rayne's like, did you touch the bells? And she's like, yes, I did. I'm sorry. And Andy's like, okay, we just, we don't touch it. We save that for the pests that might be getting in.
I would just pick, what? Why is everyone acting weird to me right now?
Like, That is the best quote
Yeah.
Snooki ever made.
Yeah, that is what I'm like, okay.
Why is everyone acting weird towards me?
I touched a bell and you guys came out here with guns.
Yeah, well, also, what's up?
Yeah, what's up?
Anyway, so that happened. Andy pulls Rayne aside and is like, hey, this girl, Andrea, went missing. This 15-year-old girl's missing from the village.
Ate up.
And Rayne goes,
Ate
it's
up.
too early. It's never come out before November. And Andy's like, yeah. And then I'm going to read another little bit to
Global
you.
warming.
Global warming. It's coming out
It's
earlier.
coming out earlier and earlier.
Many of the island's younger generation tried to leave, scrounging together enough money to settle on the mainland or simply leaving with nothing. But they always come back. None of us could tear the island's roots from our minds. Nightmares would exhaust us. Disembodied whispers and screams would follow us. The longer we stayed away, the worse it would become. Even the kids like Rebecca and little Rachel weren't immune. If you were born here, you had no choice but to die here.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's a little too close to home.
You're stuck there.
Yeah.
Cut to. They're in the square of the village, and Salem is admiring their church, their ornate church. And
Sick.
Rayne is like, yeah, my great-grandfather built that, just like he built the manor. They were all the preachers. I'm not going in, but you can check it out. I got to go talk to my cousin James.
Why don't you go in? What's your deal?
She doesn't do religion. So she leaves, and Salem's looking around, and Rayne goes to James's house, and he's like, you're here because of that missing girl, aren't you? And Rayne says, it's never woken up this early. You need to go and turn on all the trail cameras now. We need to be prepared. And he's like, yep, I'll do that. We'll
He's dead.
do that in the next couple days. Meanwhile, Salem sees the small cemetery next to the church. And when Church gets out, she's approached by a gaggle of women, and leading the pack is Ruth.
Do I know who Ruth is?
That bitch from the beginning of the...
That bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That get just putting off bad vibes.
Yeah.
I put the cunty blonde weirdo from when she got off the ferry.
Yeah.
And Ruth is like, yeah, that's the grave of Rayne's father, Picard. He used to be our preacher till God smite him down, and he was found disemboweled in front of the lectern of the church.
Yeah, that one was God. Fucking hate you guys.
Salem goes, it sounds like he was murdered.
Yeah, sounds like someone killed him. No, that one's God.
And Ruth goes, no, it was God. And they get to talking about Rayne. And Salem's like, well, I met Rayne a day prior on the mainland, actually. I know her a little bit. And Ruth goes, oh, so you're one of those girls then. We all know what Rayne goes to the mainland for. So you had sex with her, didn't you? She's never brought one of her whores back to the island before.
I'd be like, oh, man, so you really want to fuck her, don't you?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would have said back.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
And Salem is so taken aback by that. She's like, excuse me, I gotta go. Like, who is this crazy bitch calling me,
Yeah. I'd be like, that's
crazy homophobic bitch.
I would be saying such crazy shit in this situation because I'm like, I'm here for how long? A couple weeks?
Yep.
I'm going to say crazy shit. You're never going to see me again.
Yeah.
I never have to worry about this.
Yeah. So cut to back to the manor. Rayne is making her lunch in the kitchen. It's like an industrial kitchen,
Yeah.
but there's no guests there. And Salem tells her what Ruth said to her and told her a bunch of shit. And Rayne says that Ruth was actually the one to find her father dead in the church. Now
Ruth is the monster.
Rayne's uncle, James's dad, is the preacher.
Okay.
Rayne said he died. It wasn't sad. I'm not sad. I wasn't sad. We don't know how he died, just that he was found at the lectern with disemboweled.
Cool. Yeah, you seem definitely super over it.
Yeah. And Salem's, clocking that.
Yeah.
And so they eat, and it's
What's her lunch?
intimate. She made, well, I know the dessert she made. I can't remember what the lunch was, but the lunch was like berries and cream and a cake, like a chantilly cake kind of.
Delicious.
And so, Salem gets some cream on her lip, and Salem
I
wipes
bet
it,
she does.
and Salem puts like a berry in Rayne's mouth. It's very intimate.
Yeah.
And their chemistry is off the charts. I will tell you, I was buying this relationship. Yeah. I said, okay, I'm buying this. Of course, Rayne lets her guard down for a second, but then gets freaked out, and she's like, I gotta go. I gotta get back to work.
Yeah.
2 days later, they've been avoiding each other. Well, Rayne's been avoiding Salem.
Okay.
Salem's been trail riding all this shit. Rayne's been lusting after her. Salem's out riding when suddenly she sees someone staring at her. We're in the forest. She sees someone in between the trees. It's Martin of Martin and George, the other two guests.
Okay.
Martin looks like lights are on, but nobody's home. And he's got his rifle
possessed
in his hand.
Okay. This is all bad.
And as she approaches him, she's like, Martin? And she can smell putrid death, rotten human bodies.
Oh my God, he's possessed by the ex-girlfriend.
And she looks behind him, and she sees a deer, or like a big massive elk or whatever, that's just been ripped to shreds. And she's like, the fuck? And he goes, I didn't do that. And he looks at her kind of, and he's like, have you seen good old George anywhere? And she's like backing away, and she's like, no, I haven't. And he goes, have you seen good old George anywhere? And she goes, no, I haven't. And it looks like you've been hurt. I think you should get back to the manor. And he goes, good old George, he'll turn up. He'll turn up.
George is dead.
She gets on her bike, starts pedaling. She's turned around. Now she doesn't know where the fuck she is. She's in the goddamn forest, and she doesn't know where she is. And it's now getting darker and darker and darker.
Dumb.
And she is freaked the fuck out. All she has is the light on her bike now, and it's dark, and it's so scary.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Then we get it.
Oh, God.
All that stood between me and the manor's warmth, she finally makes her way.
Yeah.
Was a dark open field and a single lonely stone building. Even in the dark, it was obviously dilapidated. An old shed or abandoned workshop, I guessed. The rain began to pour, and I took shelter beneath the roof's overhang as I rummaged in my bag for a thin rain jacket. From behind me, tap, tap,
no.
tap. I really paid no attention at first, assuming all I could hear was the dripping rain. Tap, screech.
Oh, no.
The undeniable sound of sharp nails on the glass set my every nerve on edge, and I whipped my head around. There was a window nearby, the old glass so dirty it was impossible to see through no matter how long I stared. There was no movement. The sound had completely stopped. Swallowing hard, I turned my bike's light toward the window.
No.
Through the filthy glass, all I could see was a large silhouette as it darted away from the light. There was a clatter, a crash, and the rapid scuffle of nails on wood. With a shuddering breath, I peeked around the front of the structure and spotted the door, or at least what had once been a door. The entrance had been completely boarded over. Oh, nope, I said, muttering to myself.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I hurriedly got on my bike. My shoes slipped on the pedals, and I almost couldn't see a thing with this weather, but I didn't care. Between Martin, the dead deer, and whatever the hell made its way in that shed, I was thoroughly terrified. Cut to Rayne. She's like, where the fuck is Salem? It's dark, it's raining, where is she?
I'd be like, she's dead.
She's panicked.
100% she's dead right now.
Yep. Immediately.
Yeah, we had sex and now she's dead. Like all the others.
She's alive. So she goes to the conservatory of the greenhouse conservatory of the manor, and she's sitting there, she's smoking a joint, and she's trying to calm down. And then all of a sudden she can see what she thinks is Salem outside in the rain, and runs toward her, grabs her, throws her arms around her, and she's like, where have you been? And she brings her inside, and she holds her, and she warms her up. She's like, you're freezing. And Salem tells her what happened with Martin and the deer and Martin. And she's like, yeah, Martin hasn't come back yet. And neither has George. She's like, yeah, something's very wrong. So Rayne walkies the sheriff to tell him what Salem had seen. And Rayne's clearly worried about that. And so she sits her down, takes her jacket off, tries to warm her up. And they're having like this intimate moment in the conservatory.
Is this really her?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm freaked out.
And then like Salem sees a picture of what is clearly probably Rayne and her mother when Rayne was a child. And Rayne tells her mother was murdered 20 years ago on November 1st, found on the rocks under the lighthouse with her throat slit. And her mother was the only good family Rayne had. And her dad never wanted her, and he was hateful towards her entire life.
Okay.
And it got worse after her mother was killed.
Oh, okay.
And then Salem tells her about her ex-fiance, the wedding, so they're just opening up to each other, having a heart-to-heart.
That's fun.
Then it gets all intimate. They're sitting so close, their breaths, they're just so close to each other. And Salem's like, please, like, I want this.
Yeah.
And Rayne is like, I'm not safe for you. And Salem goes,
because
I don't care.
I think she's the monster. And I called it from day one, okay?
Okay.
Off the jump, okay.
Okay, we'll see. And Salem goes, I don't care.
Yeah.
I want you. I'm only here for, like, another 5 days or whatever. Like, please just indulge me. Rayne is like, fuck it. And she goes, what's your safe word? And she said, red. And then it's on and popping. Okay. Rayne lifts her up, puts her on like a potting desk where you would plant pots or whatever, or pot plants.
Plant plants.
And she there's like little hooks on either side, and she ties Salem's arms up so she can't do anything, splays her legs open, and they F-U-C-K.
Oh, shit.
On this thing. And Rayne, her domination, she's definitely a soft dom.
Okay, I was gonna say she didn't seem like that.
She doesn't say degrading shit at all. It's like she like praises her. Like she ties her up and does all that shit and like bites her and stuff, but she praises her basically the entire time, which was also very hot. That's our second smut scene. Then a couple days go by. The sheriff still cannot find George or Martin, and they haven't returned. Rayne's cousin James is out on the trails setting up the cameras, and he's speaking to Rayne over walkie-talkie while she's like making sure the feeds are correct or whatever.
Yeah.
And she tells him, we've got to kill it this year. This has to be the year. And she says that she's been seeing the lady in red more and more, especially since Salem's been there.
Okay.
The lady in red is like stalking her, is
Yeah.
what she says to James. Cut to the next day, October 31st.
Oh, spooky Halloween.
Yep. Also Salem's last day.
Oh, because of the winter sitch.
November 1st, she's
Oh,
leaving.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
that came quick.
Yeah. So we had, over the last 2 weeks, we had hauntings. We had things come out. They spent a lot of intimate days together. They spent some time away. So that's kind of how those 2 weeks went. Anyway, it's super cute. Salem paints Rayne's face in like a cat. And they're just, it's a cute little lesbian couple in the village.
Yeah.
Holding hands. People are staring, but they don't care. They're having like a lovely night. Anyway, Salem slips away while Rayne is speaking with the sheriff, and she sees teenagers around a bonfire near the church.
Oh, here we go. Now we're about to
telling
get the
ghost
legend.
stories.
We're about to get the legend.
And she walks up to these teenagers, and she goes, tell me about the angel. And one teen boy goes, all right, fuck it, I will. And the other teens are like, no, you can't talk about the angel. And he's like, I don't care, and tells her. So I'm going to read this to you. This is the story of Blackridge's curse, and it all starts with a preacher. This preacher loved the Lord and his wife in equal measure, but when his wife was murdered, the Lord was all he had left. The preacher's wife was a beautiful woman, but when they found her, her throat was slit from ear to ear. She bled to death. She bled so much her entire body was stained bright red, drenched with it.
The lady in red.
That was how he found her, with her body broken on the rocks below the lighthouse.
Wait. That's Rayne's mom.
They say the whole island heard him screaming. He prayed to God for justice. He prayed and wept and prayed until his face looked just like his wife's, skeletal and dead. But no matter how much he prayed and sacrificed, no matter how great his faith, justice didn't come. His wife's murderer was never found. He built her a beautiful resting place right there in the graveyard behind me. He had a stone angel commissioned and placed it over her grave, so she would be watched over forever. No one could ever harm her again, and still he prayed, please, God, please, listen to your loyal servant. Strike these sinners down, Lord God, so my wife's soul may rest in peace. Judge them as they deserve. A knot of dread grew inside me as the storyteller turned, his face cast in flickering shadow from the fire. Finally, he said, God heard his prayers. I think that's enough. I nearly leapt out of my skin at the deep voice beside me.
It's Rayne.
I turned to find a dark-haired man with a neatly trimmed beard standing there. He was around my parents' age, and he gave the teenagers a look that reminded me of my dad, as he said, run along, enjoy the festival, don't scare our poor little visitor here with your fairy tales. Yes, Mr. Belfour. Sorry, sir.
Mr. Belfour?
It's Rayne's uncle, the preacher.
Okay. Kind of hot?
Rayne's dad's brother.
Yeah.
Don't think so.
Okay.
So the story's obviously about Rayne's mom and dad.
So this is a fresh legend.
Well, 20 years ago.
That's fresh legend-wise.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're not wrong. So he's like, travel safely tomorrow. I hope you have good travels and sleep well
Rayne
tonight.
is absolutely the monster. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Why does the dad hate her so much? Well, because God turned her into the monster or something to take vengeance on
his
all the
wife.
people. Yeah.
So the preacher leaves. I love the guests, Paul.
I'm 100% confident
Okay.
that that's what's happening.
Salem hears from inside the cemetery into the forest, help, somebody help me, please. And she's like,
I don't trust it. That's a trap.
fuck. So she moves toward it, feeling brave from her spiced rum and a little reckless. And she can still hear it screaming as she moves toward the graveyard, and it's pitch black out. Help me now, please. Help, somebody help. And she hears a twig snap behind her, and she stops, and she's like shaking.
Yeah.
And then she turns around, and bam, there's a skeleton right in her face.
A skeleton?
In front of her, scaring the shit out of her. And she's like punching and kicking it.
It's a prank.
And the guy's like, whoa, lady, shit. It's just a
prank.
prank. It's those fucking teenagers.
You fucking kids.
These
fucking kids.
Pieces of shit.
I would do that, though.
For sure.
Yeah.
Back then.
What else? Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'll do it now. But I'm stunted, so...
Yeah, but the thought of like scaring the shit out of you makes me happy. I wish I could do that to you one day.
I get that.
Maybe one day.
I get that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
And then, whoosh, in between her and the teenage boy,
The devil.
a knife, and it gets stuck into the tree.
Oh.
And she looks, and Rayne's there, and Rayne threw the knife.
Is throwing knives?
Is throwing
this fucking
knives.
lesbian.
Uh-huh. And he's like, whoa, Rayne, Jesus, I'm sorry. Jesus, I'm gonna get out of here. And she's like, fuck off. And so...
You threw a knife at a kid.
Yeah. Well, she knew she was gonna hit the tree.
Did she know?
She did. So... Anyway, she's like, let's get you out of here. Let's get you back to the manor. They're in Rayne's room, and Salem's like, can I help you take off your cat makeup? And so she's like wiping off her makeup, having this intimate, standing so close to each other, this intimate, touching each other, whispering into each other's ears how much they'll miss each other, how much she doesn't want to go tomorrow, how much Rayne doesn't want her to leave, how much think of me when you're gone, all this stuff.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. I do.
This is what Rayne says. This is some lesbian. She was summer sunshine, but I was winter's chill, and when we met, she made me feel all of autumn's colors.
Yeah.
Then he gets super handsy and heated, and Salem goes down on Rayne in the bathtub, and Rayne's like holding her head. And then Rayne takes her out of the bathtub, throws her on the bed, binds her arms to the headboard, and then ties her calves and thighs together. And they get busy with the strap on.
Oh,
yeah. She's like,
shit.
"You're going to take this strap, aren't you?" She's like, "Yeah, fuck me with this strap." All this stuff.
Yeah, fuck me with this strap.
And then Rayne like rides her face. Whatever. It was a hot scene. Cut to next morning.
Yes.
Salem wakes up alone. Rayne's gone. And she can't find her anywhere. No one's there. No kitchen
she's out
staff.
in the woods.
Obviously, George and Martin aren't. She's the only one in the manor.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Her and Loki, the dog. And she's thinking, God, I went and fell for this woman, and I want to be with her. She wants to be with me, but this is real life. Like, she's got her own life. I've got my own life. Like, we clearly can't be together. And clearly she's avoiding me today because it'd be too hard to say goodbye.
Yeah.
And she just is pushing me away. So she drops her key off at reception, says goodbye to Loki, and heads down the trail with her bike down to the docks to leave.
Everyone's dead. The entire town. Bodies piled up.
Everyone's dead.
That'd be sick.
It's raining, downpouring, wet, super dark. And she starts hearing screaming from the forest. Help! Help me! Like screeching.
I think that's a trap.
And it's Martin.
I think that's a trap.
Right. Is that Martin?
Yeah. I think that's a mimic.
Yep. And so she throws her shit down and she runs into the fern-covered, forest-floored, downed trees, you know, the Pacific Northwest, mossy. And then, but the voice is over here, then it's over here, then it's in front of her, then it's behind her. She's confused. She's discombobulated.
Because it's a trick. Because it's Rayne.
And then shit goes down. Buckle up, everybody. Also, I forgot to say this is a long episode. We're on page 7 of 17.
Oh my God. Because I was like, how are we at, like, it's the last day and you need to get on the ferry?
Yeah.
Like,
if you need to take a break, we can take a break.
No, I'm good.
But when I turned back, I wasn't alone. A figure stood between the trees, naked, its back to me. It looked like a man at first. Its skin was pale like a fish's belly. Its waist and stomach shrunken and narrow. Its rib cage wide and squat like a bell. I could count its every rib, the bones clearly visible beneath its taut skin. My eyes struggled to comprehend what I was seeing. It was hairless, its flesh wrinkled and thick, in some unexpected places. Sharp shoulder blades, 4 of them, protruded from its back.
4?
Its knees were bent, its long muscular legs ending in cloven hooves. 4 long arms dangled at its side, swaying slowly as it rocked back and forth.
Whoa.
It was speaking. No, it was screaming, in Martin's voice, the words full of pain.
Bitch, I knew that.
Uh-huh, mimic.
Yeah.
Its long, clawed fingers twitched, and suddenly it turned. It was eyeless, with snake-like slits for a nose.
Eyeless?
But I could feel it looking at me as my stomach lurched with a primal instinctual terror. Its mouth gaped, flaps of skin stretched between its jawbones. Spiked, tongue-like appendages coiled and writhed between rows of pointed teeth. Then it dropped to the ground and crawled toward me with a terrifying speed.
This would make a great miniseries.
It would. I'm picturing it white.
Miniseries.
I pictured the creature white.
I'm like picturing
completely
like white gray
skin. Yeah, white gray skin.
Corpsey.
Four arms,
Yes.
2 cloven. Yeah, just fucking terrifying.
The 4 arms is, I don't know why that's so interesting.
Yeah.
You never see monsters with
And it
extra
moves
arms.
so fast.
Yeah.
She turns and runs so fast, and she doesn't stop until she sees the red figure from the manor.
Oh my God,
in
I
the
need
forest.
a gun.
Yeah.
Someone get me a gun.
And she swore that the red figure says this way. Next thing we know, she's careening.
Because the red figure is the mom who died, and she's trying to guide
Salem
to safety. But then is this monster Rayne, or is this monster the dad?
We'll see.
Okay.
Next thing we know, Salem's careening down a cliff. Blacks out.
Of course.
Mind you, it's 19 degrees and raining.
Yeah, this,
You know,
not great.
when she comes to, it is dark as fuck. It's clearly like 1 a.m. She's
Missed
obviously
her boat.
Missed the boat, missed the ferry. She's at the forest edge near the rocks of the lighthouse. And she starts to panic.
Oh, that's where Homegirl died.
Is anyone here? Help me. Then she sees the creature emerge from a massive dirt hole in the forest edge. And it screams in her voice, "Is anyone here? Help me."
Cunty.
And then it screams again, and it's George's voice.
Cunty. I love this.
Yeah.
I love this. Just playing in her face.
Yeah. And she's like, puts her hands over her mouth. She's like, stay deadly quiet. Eventually, it goes back down its hole, and she starts moving. She needs to get to Rayne. Cut to the next morning, 7 a.m.
Oh, my God.
Rayne gets a walkie from her cousin James. Come to the church. Bodies have been found. When she gets to the square, the whole town is there.
Yeah.
And there's wailing. George, Martin, and Andrea, the 15-year-old girl that went missing, are everywhere.
Oh, I feel you.
Heads over here.
Yeah.
Intestines hanging from the tree. Arms over
we gotta
here.
piece them back together.
Legs. It's a fucking bloodbath.
He's not eating them?
Nope, just ripping them to shreds.
What a dick.
So she goes and she speaks with James while the townsfolk, it's pandemonium. And she's like, the creature's getting smarter. And he's like, yeah, this display is new. Then through the chaos, she spots Salem. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Bitch doing
I thought
here?
you got off and I thought you were safe.
Yeah.
Runs to her. Salem is hysterical, covered in blood. She's blue. I mean, she's almost
dead.
Right.
She's not.
It would be
dead.
impossible for you not to be hypothermic.
Yeah. And I feel like people would be reacting to you, being like, hey.
Well, with these bodies everywhere, I mean, maybe no.
I don't know.
You know.
Well,
but,
also, if I'm Salem and I'm in this group of people, I'm going, I saw some.
Oh,
like
she does.
I saw some shit.
So she's hysterical, covered in blood, mud, staring at the bodies, frigidly cold. Rayne ushers her. She's like, get into the church, get in here. And they go into like the pastor's office, and Salem tells her everything. Yeah. And she goes, please, please, please tell me I'm crazy. Please tell me I didn't see that. And Rayne's like, I can't tell you that.
Hate to break it to you, kid. That all happened.
Yep. And it's been here for 20 years, every winter.
20 years.
And she says...
The same length of time that her parents have been dead.
And she says, the red figure that you see in the house is also real, but it won't hurt you.
It's my ma. That's my mom.
You liking this ghost story?
Yeah.
I love that.
I love ghost stories.
So Salem tells Rayne she thinks the woman was in the forest and helped her last night. And she tells Rayne the creature heard her voice and mimicked it. And Rayne's like, I will protect you. I swear to God, I will protect you. Nothing will ever hurt you. I will protect you.
I'd be like, I'm so dead.
That night,
I'm so
for
dead
sure.
because you said that.
They're in the parlor having a drink in front of the fire, and Rayne is like, okay, I'll tell you everything. My dad went crazy after my mom died.
And turned into an eyeless, four-armed creature. So it's not Rayne.
He would get behind the pulpit every Sunday and remind us that God is judge and jury over all, and that God's judgment was coming. God's judgment? What did he mean? I'm not sure he knew. Maybe if he did, he wouldn't have preached that way. She finally looked at me, and in her eyes was the reflection of a years-old horror. I don't believe in God, Salem, but I believe there are things in this world we don't understand. Some of those things are harmless, but some are predators, and when a predator senses weakness, they'll come hunting. Lowering her voice, she went on. My father prayed and prayed for God to send an angel, a messenger, a holy soldier. Finally, he got what he prayed for. A creature that hunted at night, in the rain, in the snow. People said they could hear their dead loved ones calling to them from the forest. Soon enough, a group of hunters got the thing on video. My father called it Black Ridge's angel, sent by God to enact his holy judgment. So you've learned to live with it. Rayne nodded. More or less, as the years went on, people learned the beast's habits, its weaknesses, its fears. It rarely comes out during the day, unless clouds are covering the sun. We never see it in the summer. Bright lights and fire can spook it, but won't scare it off completely. It also has no eyes, but it can see, and it mimics.
Okay, so it's not the dad.
Rayne tells her that one year they were able to get its arm shot off, and they never saw it again that winter, but next year it came back and its arm was completely healed. And they're like, vowing to each other, they're like, we're gonna fucking kill it this year. Rayne and Salem.
20 years?
Yeah, I know.
You guys are weak.
But at some point, it's gotta die.
Dude, I'd have caught it.
And just what?
At least had it in a cage. I'm like, we'll figure out how to kill you, but at this point, sure. I know where you are.
Yes.
And you're locked up.
Yeah. Just running amok on this island.
Yeah, I'm not saying we wouldn't have lost a couple people.
Oh, people would have
People would have died, but he would have been in a cage by the end of it.
20 years is a long
20 years is a very long time.
Yeah,
I'm kind of like, you guys suck.
For sure. So they And then Rayne tells her she thinks that the woman in red is a remnant of her mother, or whatever is left behind of her mother. Cut to the next morning. While Rayne is fixing razor wire to the perimeter of the manor, Salem's in the library when all of a sudden she hears, "Stay." And she like goes ramrod straight, and it scares the shit out of her. And then she hears it again, "Stay." And she gets up and she turns around and she sees the woman in red standing there, blood dripping from her hair, from her fingertips, out of her mouth. And the room goes deathly cold, and she just keeps saying, "Stay." And finally all the lights go out, and Salem's like terrified. She's like, "Fine, I'll stay.
I'd be like, done. Not
and then
leaving.
all the lights turn on, room gets warm, and the woman's gone.
At this point, she's only ever been cool.
She's terrifying.
She's spooky, but she's never been.
Yeah, she's
like
never
mean.
hurt anybody.
She's been cool.
Later that night, they're in front of the fire, and Salem tells Rayne that the woman is now watching her. She's like, "The woman paid me a visit and told me I needed to stay." And Rayne's like, "Fuck, I bet you're tied to this island now. I bet you if you tried to leave, you couldn't."
Because you have nightmares?
So whatever
they said.
Well, eventually, if you don't go back to the island, you will die.
Oh.
Yep. So she's worried about that happening to Salem now. And Salem says, "I don't care. I'm seeing this through the end. I'm not leaving." And Rayne goes, "Fuck no, I'm getting you off this island as soon as I can. I'm going to call the Coast Guard if I have to get you off this island."
Yeah, if I'm Rayne, I'm like, this was like supposed to be a like little fling.
Yeah, and now you're doomed.
And now you're like, well, now you're doomed, and I feel like I like have to date you because like you're doomed because of like my parents or whatever.
She wants to date her though. She likes her. Anyway, Salem's like, "Shut the fuck up and let me help you. I couldn't leave you here if I wanted to because now I'm tied to this place. I can feel it in my bones." Then they get all hot and heavy. Yeah, they do like a 69 thing. More strap-on sex.
Yes.
The smut is good in this book.
Yeah.
I don't want to, graze over that since this is a smut podcast, but the connection between them and the ghost story is kind of more where I was in. But they fall asleep whispering sweet nothings into each other's ears and all this stuff. So the next morning, they're in the yard, and the dog Loki runs to that cabin shack that Salem saw the figure in. And so Salem tells Rayne what she saw in there that night, and Rayne's like, "Well, let's go get some weapons and let's fucking open that bitch up." So Rayne gets her gun and then gives like a machete type bushwhacking knife. I know
you're not
I'm
giving
like,
me a machete. You're giving me 2 automatic pistols.
Literally,
Are you kidding
dude.
Me? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll take the gun. You shoot him with that. You shoot him with that.
For sure. So I'm like, this is a little reckless, but whatever. It's daytime, I guess. Whatever. So Rayne breaks the door down. Meanwhile, Salem's like, she's so fucking hot breaking that door down.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Butch Queen.
They're walking around in there, and it was her father's old shed where he would get away from his family. So he spent a lot of time in there. And they see their footprints and Loki's footprints in the dust, but over by the window, there's hoof footprints. And then Rayne drops her flashlight as she hears a searing, screeching sounds in her head. And she's like, "Please stop. But it's just going, the blood, in the blood I call thee, to the bones, it's here. To
the bones.
Uh-huh. And Salem can't hear it. And then Rayne sees the floorboards illuminate red. And as Salem goes to walk toward Rayne, bam, the floor breaks beneath her. And Salem falls down into a pit 15 feet down under this shack.
Fuck? 15
There's
feet?
trash,
Like
rotten animals, decaying animals, human bones.
This is its fucking den.
We think. So Salem's like, she's like, "Get me the fuck out of here." She can smell mold.
It is rain. I'm back to it being rain.
Okay.
I'm back.
And Rayne tosses her flashlight down to her. She's like, "Just stay there. I gotta get a ladder or a rope or something. I'll be right back. I gotta get you out of there." And so she's just looking around, and it's just absolute fucking disgusting.
Carnage.
Yep. And
ew, I bet it smells.
she's like shaking, and she's like, "I can feel I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone down here." Then she sees like this box wrapped in a red cloth, and she's like, "What the fuck is this?"
This is the curse, baby.
And she's like, stuffs it under her sweater. She's like, "No matter what, I'm taking the shoebox with me."
This is some ritual shit.
And then she's like, here's behind her, turns around. There's a hole in the wall, and there's a burrow, and something is moving. And I'm going to read to you some more. One long, bony limb extended from the hole, then another, then the rest followed, like a spider moving its knobby limbs.
Yeah, it does sound like a spider.
Which I know you hate.
And I don't like that.
A pale, eyeless face poked out, its mouth hanging open, an insect-like chattering sound coming from its throat.
Just like an alien.
The angel was here. I was so terrified I couldn't breathe. The angel moved slowly, its head bobbing up and down as if it sniffed the air. It was coming closer. I had no choice but to back away, ducking around beams and squeezing under piping. I couldn't see where I was going. I didn't dare take my eyes off the beast for even a moment. As I stepped back and put weight on my foot, there was a crunch, followed by a burst of sharp pain. I clapped my hand over my mouth, but not before a shocked cry tore out of me, and the angel's head snapped toward me. Choking on my screams, I moved my foot and saw a bloody nail sticking out of the board I'd just stepped on.
Gross. Ew.
I'm back, Salem. Hey, where are you? Where'd you go? The beast's head immediately jerked upward, looking for the source of the voice. Tears of pain poured down my cheeks as I remained silent, limping slowly backwards. If I could just get around this thing, back toward the gap in the floorboards. Salem, where? My heart was in my throat. That wasn't Rayne's voice, but it was close. It was a near-perfect imitation. Down on my belly, I dragged myself through the mud, squeezing beneath the wooden beams and shoving trash out of my way. Rats scurried over my hands, fleeing in fear. I had to press my cheek to the dirt to make it under a massive beam, the scent of ammonia and rat feces closing my lungs.
Piss.
I had to keep crawling, just keep crawling. Trembling, I dared to look over my shoulder. The angel was there, limbs spread between beams, holding its body suspended in midair as it crawled toward me, mouth gaping open. Splinters jabbed into my palms, my foot screaming in pain as I scrambled away. Run, Salem! A wooden ladder slammed down, my only hope of escape. There was a crack of gunfire, and the beast shrieked, a terribly high-pitched, furious sound. Rayne fired her rifle again, the sound terrifyingly loud in the enclosed space. Loki's barking reached a fever pitch with vicious snarls and snapping teeth.
Okay, maybe it's not Rayne. Now that they've been in the same room together at the same time,
right?
Maybe they're not the same person.
So she climbs up. It grabs her ankle. She turns and slashes its face with the knife.
Oh.
Rayne fires again. Finally, she climbs out of there. They pull the ladder out, and they can see the angel vanish into the hole in the wall. And they're like, oh my God. She takes the box out of her thing. Rayne's like, what is this? She's like, I don't know. I found it down there.
Yeah.
She's like, this is my mother's jacket. The jacket she was buried in.
See, something weird.
They
Dark
open the
rituals.
box.
Dark
Yep.
rituals.
Yeah. They open the box and there's an old camcorder and videotapes in there.
Okay, Blair Witch.
That night,
Okay.
the doctor comes and gives Salem a tetanus shot and fixes up her foot.
Yes, please.
And Rayne decides to board up all the windows on the first floor, so she's doing that. Later on, they watch the tapes. It's one of her mom pleading with her sister to send her money so she and Rayne can leave. She's like, please,
shit.
whatever the name is, we'll say it's Victoria. She's like, please, Victoria, I know he's intercepting the letters I'm trying to send to you. He won't let me leave. He's telling me that there's no phone, that the phone is broken. I need money. I need you to come save me and Rayne from him.
Okay, now I'm putting it together.
Are you?
Okay, the dad killed the mom and then went on this whole spree of like, we have to find who the killer is preaching, but it was him. And so he prayed and he prayed and he prayed, and that God turned him into a monster.
Maybe. Rayne's watching this. She's sobbing, seeing her mother.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
That'll do it.
Cut to the next day. Rayne is sitting outside and she's watching the cabin burn down. She's burning the cabin down. That shack.
I mean,
and its den.
I feel like we also need to like address the fact that like we're pretty sure the creature's den
is in your backyard.
Is literally in your backyard. That you've got a fence with barbed wire around it with the den inside of that.
Uh-huh. So she's...
And he's digging holes. We're digging holes.
Oh, the whole island.
We're digging holes.
We're walking on a system of caves. Anyway, she did pack up some of the shit that was in there. She wants to go through some of her dad's shit. There was like journals and stuff. She's like, I need to read this stuff. Anyway, so Andy, her friend Andy, Rebecca and Rachel's dad, comes over and tells her that overnight the storm downed the cell tower. There's no internet. The cell tower is down.
Of course it did. No internet.
And he's
Kill
like,
me.
yeah. Well, for
Kill
sure.
me.
He's like, I need you to watch the girls while I go fix it. And she goes, I'm not
watching your fucking kids. I'm gay.
She's like, I'm going to go fix it myself. Your girls need you. If something happens to you, like, your girls need you. I'm going. And she's like, can Salem stay with you and the girls while I go
Will
and
you
fix the
babysit my
comms?
girlfriend?
Which apparently is going to be a few day long trek. She's got a hike to so where the cell tower is on the fire lookout tower.
Sure.
So she's got a hike there.
Climb
which
it,
is a day's hike.
it.
Climb it, fix it. Probably stay the night. Hike back. It's a 2 to 3 day thing.
Okay, with the creature out.
Yep.
Fuck this plan.
Right. Before Rayne leaves, she sits with Salem, who's been going through Rayne's dad's shit from the shack, and she finds an old Polaroid camera, and Rayne takes a pic.
The last picture ever taken
of Salem, and she's like, I'm bringing this with me on my journey.
Yeah, well, something to jerk it to.
And Salem is like terrified. She doesn't want Rayne to go, obviously. Yeah. And they're having their moment. Rayne realizes, she's like, I've got something good in front of me. You're worth living for. I've never had anything worth living for, but it's you, Salem.
And now you're going to die. That's what you
right.
cannot have that realization
no,
right before this.
Not before.
You will be dead now.
Yes. And she's like, I have to come back to this woman. And then Rayne starts like fingering her on the couch, shoves 4 fingers into her. She's like getting her all hot and bothered, getting her all worked up, and then takes pictures with the Polaroid. And she's like, I'm taking these photos with me.
That's your dad's camera, perv.
Perv. I love when people say perv. And then she's like, you stay there, don't you fucking move. And then she goes and gets her strap, and then she
finishes the job.
Yeah, they have their last little sex. And while she's doing it, she's like, you understand this pussy is mine.
Yeah.
You're mine now. You know that.
I'd be like, what if you die?
And Salem's just like, oh my God, yes, yeah. I'm yours, madam. Please, madam, don't stop. All this stuff, you know.
Yes.
Cut to the next morning. Rayne takes Salem to Andy's farm, drops her off, and she's leaving Loki there too. She's not taking Loki.
You're not taking the dog.
Nope.
We're not taking the dog in the woods on a trip.
Nope.
This is suicide.
For sure, yeah.
She wants it.
And so she leaves. That night, Salem calls her over the radio, and she's like, are you there? Did you make it? And Rayne's there. She made it safely. And of course, they have this sweet little conversation, and Rayne tells Salem, you know, more love you know. And they fall asleep with each other over the radio. It's very cute.
Over the radio?
Next day, Salem brought 1 box with her to Andy's to sift through Rayne's dad's shit. And she finds some photos in there. And she's looking at the pictures, and she's like, these are all pictures of dead, mutilated animals, all spread out over that table that was in that shack.
Because he was doing black magic.
Black magic. Then she comes to a picture of a woman on the table, naked.
Throat slit. Mom.
Dead. And she's like, this is clearly Rayne's mom.
Okay.
And then a picture of a pile of bloody bones, fresh bones. She's like, this femur bone looked like it was just ripped out of someone's body.
Yeah.
With carved symbols all over it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This sounds like a good time. To me.
Yeah, sure. In it? Terrifying. And she's like, these have to be Rayne's mom's bones. So that night, she still hasn't heard from Rayne all day, and she's starting to get worried. She lets Loki out to go pee. He's kind of pacing.
Yeah, I bet.
He takes off into the forest.
Because he hears something.
Obviously. Yep. Now it's dumping snow. Big, huge, fat flakes. And it is black outside. And of course, Loki.
Yeah.
She's chasing after Loki into the forest. She does have her knife with her.
Oh, thank God.
Uh-huh. She runs. He runs so far, she can't find him. And not only that, her tracks in the snow are being rapidly covered up because it's covering. Yeah, and she can't see Loki's tracks either.
I mean, this is definitely like classic horror movie survival instincts.
Yes.
Non-existent.
None. Yeah. None.
Asking for it.
Run into the forest when you know there's a
snow.
Demonic angel.
Yeah. Get lost on an island you're unfamiliar with. Again.
And so the lady in red appears and lets out a blood-curdling scream right in front of Salem. And
someone needed to.
Salem goes to scream, but she can't get anything out, and it feels like her throat is filling up with blood, and she's drowning on her own blood.
Just like her mom did.
Then
what's-her-face's mom did.
Just like, yep. And then she's forced down by the sheer power of the ghost's scream, and she can hear more screaming in the forest, and then chanting. This is the first time Salem has heard the chanting. In blood, in blood. It's here, it's here, it's here. In my bones, in my bones. And then we cut to see what Rayne is doing. What's happening with Rayne. Yeah. She has fixed the cell tower. She's like in the fire lookout thing. Internet's back up. She's like, okay, well, I obviously got to wait for the snowstorm to pass before I can leave. Then her power cuts out.
Fuck.
And she's like, God fucking damn it.
If it's not working,
fix the breaker. Breakers aren't working. She's like, I got to crawl down to the bottom of this fire lookout tower to the generator and turn the fucking generator on.
Yeah.
So she gets down there. She's tinkering away on the generator.
What's behind her?
What's behind her? The angel.
The angel.
The angel shows up. And it's mimicking her mom's voice, which she's confused by because her mom was dead before the angel.
But the angel is made out of her mom's body. I'm so sorry. I'm
sorry
so
to tell
sorry
you.
to let you know that your dad did black magic on your mom's dead body to bring her back to life to maybe find her killer, but I think he's the killer.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
Yeah.
I think he did this.
So she has her gun. Meanwhile, just picture blanket snowfall.
I am.
Chaos, wind howling.
Like, if not for all this other
cold.
stuff. Beautiful, really.
Well, right. The weather
cozy
is adding to the level of scared.
Oh, well, of course, because now it's
this
survival, too.
Right.
Like, you can't just run away because now you're running away into the woods in the snow and you'll die that way.
Mm-mm. And your hands are so cold, you can't pull the trigger.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So she shoots at it and she hits it a couple times. It slows down. She gets on her ATV. It's fast on her trail. Cut to Salem. She's been passed out. She's numb, but Loki is there, wrapped around her, keeping her warm.
Thank God.
She gets up. They start trekking through the snow.
Back home, I hope.
And then she hears Rayne calling for help, but
that's
she
the
knows
thing.
it
If
isn't
I hear
Rayne.
anyone calling anything, we're not doing it.
No, you can't trust it.
If you need help in this situation, don't call for it.
Exactly.
You need you need a bell.
No
or
shit.
something.
Dude,
like,
for real.
It could probably mimic the bell sound too.
It could, I would think.
Okay, yeah.
Mimics are terrifying.
That's a tough one.
That is a really scary monster in my mind. She knows it's the angel. She's not answering back. And then, bam, she's face to face with the angel.
Oh,
and
with
it
the angel.
charges her.
Okay.
Putrid breath, like decay, is all over her. It's all she can smell. It pushes her down, and its saliva is leaking down onto her, claws piercing into her. And then, bam, Loki attacks it. And she can...
Thank God
Loki's
for Loki.
like ripping it, And then she hears a gunshot go off. Rayne's there, shooting it.
Okay. Not to be a bitch. I thought this fucking Firewatch thing was like a day's hike away, and she got on an ATV and she made it back here in less than 30 minutes?
Well, who knows how long she was passed out in the cold? She could have been passed out for a few hours.
Less than a day.
Less than a day, for sure.
Less than a day's hike. Sorry, everybody.
You're not wrong.
Sorry, everybody.
Suspend belief. So Salem's able to get out from under the angel. She gets her knife, plunges it into its thigh while Loki's still attacking it.
More shots.
Rayne's still shooting at it. Finally, it takes off into the woods, leaking blood, blood trail. Rayne's like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. So as they're making their way back, trying to get to Andy's manor, now the ATV, Rayne wrecked it as she saw Salem and the angel, so it's fucked up.
This is the only thing I will now accept.
Okay.
She hiked there on foot. She got there was an ATV. Rayne.
Oh, okay.
And then she rode it back, and that's why there's shorter time.
Yes.
That is what has happened.
And that is what happened.
Okay.
Anyway, while they're trying to... So now it's Salem, Loki, and Rayne. They're trying to make it back to Andy's or the manor or whatever. Salem realizes Rayne is covered in blood and it's dripping down her arm, and Salem is starting to lose consciousness. Okay. And she's going limp. And she's like, fuck. Finally, they make it back to the manor. Salem takes Rayne's clothes off and sees that the monster has made a gash in her chest.
Oh my God.
From her chest down to her arm, just open skin. I don't
like that.
Blood loss.
I'm stitching it up.
And she's like, this is bad. Like, I have to take care. There's no way I can't not try to stitch this up. Like, she's going to die of blood loss if I don't do that. And so she gets into when moms can lift cars mode.
Yeah.
Takes Rayne upstairs, gets her in the bathroom, cleans her. Rayne is in and out of consciousness.
Good,
and
that's
she's
for the best.
Got a needle and thread, and she's like, I guess I'm gonna fucking...
I would crush that.
She had to disassociate.
Yeah.
And it even says that in the book.
Oh, I would do that. Oh, easy.
And so she stitches her up, and she's just doing the best she can. Meanwhile, Rayne is mumbling, you shouldn't have come here. What would I do if I lost you? Just mumbling all this stuff, And Salem's just terrified she's gonna die. But she gets her stitched up, gets her in bed. 24 hours go by. She gets a hold of the doctor, and the doctor says, I'll come to you as soon as the storm passes.
No, I need you to come now.
Right. No. She needs antibiotics.
Yeah.
Rayne's still sleeping. Andy finds and repairs the ATV and drives it back to the manor, along with Salem's stuff, her backpack, and the photos that Salem had found. And he was like, I just want you to know how happy I am that you are with Rayne and that she has someone here with her this winter and she's not alone.
I don't give a fuck about that. We have such bigger things to talk about than what you're bringing up right now.
Oh, the level of fight or flight that you'd been stuck in for this entire week is crazy. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not talking about my relationship with this bitch.
Right.
There's a fucking monster out here.
We're almost dying every night.
Yeah.
Cut to the next day.
Yeah.
Salem shows Rayne. The doctor comes, gets her antibiotics, says you did a good job, all that shit. Restitches her.
I was going to say, you're going to probably want to redo that.
Salem shows Rayne the photos. She's like, I have something really gnarly to show you.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to show you this. And Rayne just kind of like breaks down. She's like, excuse me. And she goes up to the attic, which is where her mom's room was and stuff, and breaks down, crying, sobbing. Salem comes up, holds her, is like, I'm just so sorry, all this stuff.
I mean, it's
like,
heavy.
It's heavy. She tells Rayne when she was out in the woods that she saw her again and that she heard her chanting and it felt like she was choking on her own blood. And she's like, yeah, just like my mom would have. And she's like, my dad did something to her. Obviously. We need to go dig up her grave and see if she's
there.
There
ain't nothing there.
Right.
There ain't nothing there.
Hate to break it to you.
Yeah. That's out running around the woods.
For sure.
So
they go dig for hours. Obviously now it's getting dark.
Yeah, what are we doing?
And obviously nothing's in there except for a book. They grab the book and they're
Necronomicon.
like, well, it's too dark out to drive back to the manor, so let's sleep in the church tonight. Let's lock the doors. Let's stay in the church tonight.
These people are bonkers.
So,
I don't use that word lightly.
Yeah, I've never heard you say that word. Well, they can't risk it. They don't want to risk being in the woods at night.
Okay, well, rewind that back to the beginning of your day when you start your fucking day.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to stop digging so I can go home.
Yeah. Or let's just
tomorrow.
go to the cemetery tomorrow morning
or
at
also
6
like,
a.m.
maybe I'm like less concerned about this missing body and I'm more concerned about the monster in the woods.
Yeah.
Killing people.
Yeah.
Let's handle that first.
Yeah.
I do so much better than them in this situation.
Well, who wouldn't? I mean, come on. So they're in the church. Rayne is looking at this book and she's like, this is in, at first I thought it was Latin, but now it looks like it's
Even
in Old
deader.
French.
Oh.
And then her dad has some scribblings in the margins of, maybe some translations or whatever.
Let's hope.
And she sees her father's writing and it says, one must call using the proper offerings. Only offerings guarantee success. What does it require? Binding must be immediate. Use every bone, no excuses. She tells Salem, I think my dad summoned this angel.
Oh, you do?
Do you?
Do you?
Do you think that's what happened?
Oh, you might be onto something.
So anyway, they make a fire in the furnace and they fall asleep and they wake up in the middle of the night and Salem looks at Rayne and Rayne's like,
obviously, because guess who the fuck's in this fucking church with us?
She goes, there's something out there. It's not the middle of the night. It's like early morning, maybe 5 a.m.
Oh, there's
Still
something.
dark out. Still dark out.
I have an idea of what might be out there.
Right, there's something.
The fucking monster.
So they can hear scratching on the wooden doors and they can see a bony finger scrape along the ice on the window. And Rayne gets up, gets her gun, cocks it, takes aim, pointing at the door. They're like terrified. The door slowly opens and in walks Ruth. And
this bitch
says, oh, I'm here to light the furnace. It's Sunday morning. She's like, I'm here to light the furnace before church, but it looks like you lesbos are in here. You fucking
lesbians already did it.
But behind her,
I hope she gets snatched.
Stands the angel.
Yes.
And Rayne shoots it. And then,
oops, I actually shot Ruth. Might be.
Right. Ruth runs. It's chaos. The thing ends up getting stabbed and it scurries off for a second. All three of them run out into the square. Rayne's bleeding through her bandages. She's popped her stitches now.
Yeah, she probably shouldn't even be out and about.
No. Ruth disappeared, and then when she reappears in the square, one of her eyes is missing, and her head looks like it's been bashed in, but she's still alive, like swaying on her feet.
Oh my god.
And she's screaming and thrashing. It's fucking chaos.
Put her out. Put her out. Kill her.
Kill her. And then the angel reappears, and Rayne and Salem watch it stalk behind Ruth, and then Rayne's like, let's go. Turn, run, but behind them they can hear Ruth screaming and physically bone crunching, being ripped apart. And Salem's,
no sweat off my back.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry.
We could have lost a lot of better ones. Like, I'm glad that it was you.
For sure. And then we hear, quick, in here, in here. So they run inside. It's James's house and her uncle's house.
Yeah.
And the angel is chasing after them. They close the door and the angel crashes into it and all the men are trying to hold the door closed. They put a wood beam over the door.
Sure.
One of her cousins runs upstairs and is shooting down at the angel. It scurries off and shrieks, runs into the wood. Salem is hysterical after hearing Ruth being ripped apart. Anyway, a few hours later, the doctor comes over, restitches Rayne again, and Rayne's like, did you perform an autopsy on my mother? Her husband was the coroner and mortician, because I mean it's
It's a small town.
Yeah. And she goes, your father was adamant that there was no autopsy, that it was
Wonder
a
why.
closed casket, and that the wake be at your home.
Weird.
Yeah. So then Rayne speaks to her uncle and says, well, my mom wasn't in her coffin, and I found this book.
Also, here are these pictures.
Shows him.
Yeah.
And he goes, I know this book. This was our great-grandfather's book. He got it during World War I when he was over in France. And he was also another religious freak.
French demon magic, huh?
Uh-huh. And he says, your father would go around making claims that your mother was violent and would go into fits of rage and would cause terror in the home, and that he was scared she would abandon you. And Rayne's like, that didn't fucking happen.
No.
And he goes, I agree with you. I believe my brother was lying about that.
Yeah.
Cut to the next day. They make it back to the manor. They go to sleep. They are drained. Emotionally,
I would think
physically.
so.
They're physically unwell.
I'm also not resting easy.
No. Well, no. And so she's got a prescription for diazepam, Salem does. And so they're taking these anti-anxiety pills, trying to... The doctor was like, here's a re-up. Try to get some sleep.
I guess so,
Take
but I
these
kind of
pills.
don't want to be
Like
off
knocked
my
out?
game
For sure.
in this situation.
For sure. Salem wakes up and she goes downstairs, and Rayne's down there, and she's made this huge pillow and blanket fort trying to lighten the mood. Made a breakfast spread,
Read
picnic.
the room.
Well, so
I'm
what happened
sorry.
was Rachel and
the
Rebecca,
kids.
when Salem,
The
they
kids.
made like a pillow fort while Salem was staying with Andy and them, and over the radio that night, she was like, remember as a kid when you would have pillow forts? So this is...
I guess so, man.
It's just a romance
Sometimes
novel.
I don't want my mood to be lightened when we have serious things to handle.
For sure. Not yet.
Yeah, we do this
We are not out of the woods.
over that monster's dead body.
Yes.
And not dead body. Ripped
to
apart
shred.
into different things, shipped across the world, buried in the ocean.
Right. And so they're in their fort eating pancakes, and it's got Christmas twinkly lights, and it's beautiful. And you
I
know,
hope that angel comes ripping through that fort and kills them.
Paul, stop. It's cute. And Rayne says to her, no one has ever seen me the way you see me. No one's ever cared for me the way you care for me. I've never felt for anyone what I feel for you. I'm in love with you.
I believe you.
Sure.
Believe you.
Yeah. Trauma bonded.
Trauma bonded, because I believe you.
For sure. They are trauma bonded. So then they make sweet, sweet love.
Mm-hmm.
And Raina's like, tell me who you belong to. And Salem's like, to you, madam. And then they hang out all day. It's lovey-dovey time. And then they crash. And when Salem wakes up, everything is in black and white. And she can't get Loki to wake up or Rain to wake up.
Okay, well, that's probably not it.
She's like, I have to be dreaming.
Yeah. God, you better hope so.
Then when she says, I have to be dreaming, the Christmas lights light up. They turn back to color. And then they're being pulled out of the pillow fort, blanket fort. And so she follows it. And she gets to the foyer where she sees the woman in the foyer. Driftwood and Seawood were tangled over the deathly pale body of a woman who was gripping the lights in a frail, bloody
The fuck
fist.
is Seawood?
Seaweed.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
Driftwood and Seawood.
I was like, I thought driftwood was wood from the
seaweed.
sea. So
Driftwood and Seaweed were tangled over the deathly pale body of a woman who was gripping the lights in a frail, bloody fist. She was naked, drenched in the blood pouring from her sliced throat. Her body was unnaturally twisted and broken, as if she had fallen from a great height and landed in a heap. She was looking straight at me with eyes that looked so eerily like Rain's. Melanie? Are you Melanie Balfour? A rattling groan emanated from her throat, and the lights began to flicker. Help me, she croaked. The bones, my bones. It wasn't only driftwood piled around her. It was bones, misshapen, cracked, with strange symbols. They surrounded her like a cage, pierced into her flesh. Please, I can't stop. Help me. As I stepped away, horror shivering through my veins, the woman's cries grew more frantic and her eyes bulged. Help me, please. The sound was so terrible I covered my ears, my stomach churning, eyes stinging. She writhed in the bones surrounding her, shrieking as if she were being burned alive. He won't let me go. He won't let me... Her voice distorted more with every word. It became thick and deep, harsh and grating. Find me. He won't let... With the vile sound of ripping flesh and cracking bone, the woman transformed before my eyes. Her skin burst open, moist sinews engulfing the etched bones. Extra limbs grew, black claws distended from long, gnarled fingers. Its spine cracked as it bent down to look into my face, and from its dark throat came a choked woman's voice. Destroy me.
yeah.
Destroy me before I kill her.
Yeah, 'cause I'm the angel.
Then she feels Rain grabbing her, and she like comes to, and Rain's like, you were sleepwalking.
I was like, I was not.
Right.
I have a message.
That was, yeah. And she tells her what's going on. they walk back into the fort, and there's the box like that the Christmas lights were in, and they look down into the box and they see there's a VHS tape, and on it says "For Rayne," and they put it in the VCR and they watch it, and it's her mom, and she says, "If you're seeing this, I'm dead, and I need you to know that it was your father. I'm trying to get us away from him. I'm trying to protect you, but he won't let me leave. And he tells people I'm crazy. I love you more than anything in the world and never wanted to leave without you. Just know that." And Rayne's sobbing. It's sad. They're both sobbing. And Salem's like, "She's trying to protect you. She told me in my dream. I think she's part of the angel, and she wants to stop it before you get hurt." And then they say their I love yous, and I'll do this for you, blah, blah, blah. And so over the next few days, we get a little montage. Rayne trying to decipher, Google Translate, whatever, this French book.
Good luck.
And reading her dad's notes and stuff. And she finds something that he wrote that said, "It's tethered to the bones. If the bones are destroyed, it will be destroyed. It will guard the bones in its nest."
Okay. All right.
I think I need to go pee because now we're getting into... Okay. This would be like the last 35 minutes of a movie.
Yeah.
I would say.
This is we have a plan now.
Yes.
Okay.
So, over the next few days, she's deciphering the book.
Yeah.
She figures out the bones need to be destroyed and the bones are in its nest. So then, as she's in her house, Rayne, in Salem, over the walkie-talkie, she hears a little girl's voice, and it says, "Something's wrong. My dad and my sister are in the barn. I'm in the shed because something is wrong." And Rayne is like, "Stay there. Don't fucking move. Don't answer for anybody." And then over the radio, we hear Andy's voice that says, "Where are you? Where are you, Rebecca?" And she goes, "I know that's not my dad. That's not my dad." And Rayne's like, "You're right. That's not your dad. Don't answer for anybody. Don't fucking move. We're on our way." So take the ATV over to Andy's farm. And Rayne says, "Get the girl from the shed, put her in the basement. Me and Loki are going to the barn. We're going to fucking end this." Salem's terrified, but that's what she does. She goes and gets Rebecca, takes her inside. Meanwhile, Rayne gets to the barn. It's getting dark out. This is the evening time.
This is bad.
It's bad. And she gets in there. She opens the barn door. There's a barn loft.
Yeah.
There's a chicken coop. There's hay. There's Andy.
Dead as fuck.
In the middle.
Is homegirl dead? Little girl?
She can tell that Andy was trying to pull the ladder down to save the little girl.
In the barn.
So she's up there. She can see her, and she's like, "Shh."
Yes, shut the fuck up.
It's devastating.
Oh, it's devastating.
She's devastated that Andy is dead.
Andy's dead.
Yep.
Where's the mom of these two little girls?
She died years ago.
So
it was just Andy and his two daughters. I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to say this.
So she's goes and hides behind some hay and sees the angel crawl out next to Andy's body. She stays hidden and she's like, "I need to get up into the barn loft." There's like a hay door that goes out. Like, we can climb down, whatever. There's a bunch of snow. She's like, "Maybe I can throw her into the snow." Whatever. We just got to get the fuck out of here.
We're tossing kids out of buildings.
We are at this point.
At this point.
What else are you going to do?
No, we are.
For sure.
No criticism here. Yeah. We are.
So somehow she makes it up into the loft, crawls on top of like the horses stop. But meanwhile, the horses are neighing, going crazy. Goats are bleating. Chickens are flapping around. Oh my God. It's like chaos.
I don't like that.
It's fucking animalistic
the sound of
chaos.
like the sound of a barn when the animals are upset.
Yeah.
Don't like. Uneasy.
Yeah. She makes it up there and she's like, "Okay, shh, be quiet." And she can see, she opens the door to the outside of the barn and can see Salem's made her way back there. And so she's like, "Just close your eyes and hold on. She's going to catch you." So she throws her. Salem catches her. She's like, "Stay right fucking here."
Okay.
Rayne jumps down and Rayne grabs the little girl and she's like, "Let's run, run, run." They're running from the barn to the house. The little girl gets there and she's like, "Go to the fucking basement. Go to Rebecca. Stay with your sister." And she turns around on the front porch and she sees the angel is in between the house and Salem.
Of course it is.
And she's like, "Fuck.
We got to get to the bones. What are we doing here?"
Yes. So Rayne sees the angel like wind up and charge. And she's like, "No, Salem."
Yeah.
And it grabs her foot and bites her foot and drags Salem into the forest. And
That's
Salem's
okay.
like, "No."
That's okay because she's going to drag her to the nest and we're going to get them bones and we're going to handle this.
She's running, running, running. She's got her gun. She's got her flashlight. She's got her knife.
Yeah.
She follows the blood trail to a hole in the ground. And Salem's like bloody shoe is there.
Yeah.
And she's like, I fucking have to go through this hole. And it's so small, she can just be on her stomach.
Yeah,
so she's like, I can't bring my gun. I don't have, it's a rifle. It's too big, hunting rifle. So she leaves her gun. She takes her knife, a lighter, a flashlight. Cut to Salem. Salem comes to. And it's revealed that she's in the lighthouse. Only the lighthouse, even the spiral staircase going up, everything is covered in thick mud, body parts, animals, webbing. It's
gross,
foul.
Yeah.
And it is the nest. And
so ain't nobody been in this lighthouse for
in that
20
long.
years.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it was decommissioned long before that too.
Okay.
Her leg is ripped to shreds.
Okay, cool. Hey.
The angel isn't there, but she's like in this cocoon, and she's like, I gotta try and get out of here. She can see the staircase even though it's covered. She's like, maybe if I get under the staircase I can hide behind there.
What was he like, saving her for later?
Yeah, doing something. And so she's moving out of this cocoon, but then she looks over and she sees a full, complete skeleton. Every single bone has carvings on it.
Oh, okay, well, we're fucking that up.
And that's Rayne's mom.
Yeah.
Obviously. And then she can hear some stirring, and she's like, oh God, I think the angel's back. I think it's coming back from wherever it was. She crawls deep under like the stairs, and she's hiding from it. She can hear the angel realize that she's not there, and he's starting to get frantic. He's looking for her, and she's just like making herself as small as possible, covering herself in the mud, staying under the staircase. And then something grabs her leg. It's Rayne.
Okay.
Rayne made her way in, and she like points to the bones, Salem does.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, like they both know what they need to do.
We gotta crush these bones.
And they can still hear the angel running about the lighthouse looking for her frantically, like, where the fuck is she? Rayne goes to the bones and she's like, I'm sorry, Mom, but I have to do this. And I'm gonna give you a long story.
Well, you have a heart out.
Short. Well, not even without the heart out. I couldn't. I was reading this and I was like, this is going to take
forever.
Years to describe. But what happens is, like, Salem takes her jacket off and puts the bone in the jacket, ties the bones up in the jacket so they're all together safe. And they're like, we have to burn these bones. We have to burn this lighthouse down. We have to destroy this once and for all.
Yeah.
And so, meanwhile, the angel has found them, discovered them. They're trying to climb up the staircase that isn't really a staircase because it's mud and blood and bones, and get into this little room up there. Rayne had gone up there. She made it. Salem's moving slow because she only has one leg.
Yep.
And she sees an old can of kerosene.
Okay.
And she's like, thank fucking God.
Let's hope.
And so she takes the can of kerosene, and she sees like a metal bucket that's in there. So she takes the kerosene, and the angel's down there. She pours the kerosene, not all of it, and it lands on the angel's head and body, and it gets pissed and it's snarling and stuff. And she's like, Salem, hurry. I mean, everyone's trying to go fast. Salem's crawling up there with the bones. They get out there. They get the bones in the bucket. She lights. There's like old matches. They are trying to get the lights matched.
There's no way this would work.
I know,
there's no way this would work.
Finally, it's lit. They do that. And she's like, I've got to burn this motherfucker down.
Yeah.
And then the angel's there, and then the staircase collapses.
Okay.
And they're like,
no.
Fuck.
Yeah. But these bones are fucked up now.
They're beginning to be.
Yeah. But couldn't I have just like crushed one of the bones or broke it in half?
I don't think so. Okay. No, I think they need to be burned to ashes.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the angel has been, clawing at them. I mean, Rayne is covered in deep gashes.
Yeah.
They're very unwell. And she's like, that's it for me. I'm going to die.
But at least I got this.
Yes. And she's like, just get to the observation deck. Meanwhile, it's wind whipping. You can't hear shit. Yeah. It's rain, fire. The stairwell is collapsing. Rayne gets out onto the observation deck with her. And she's like, I will love you until the end of time. I just need you to know that. And pushes Salem off down into the ocean and lights a match and is gonna just light up.
Pushes her off of a lighthouse into the ocean.
So she can get away.
Dead.
And then, and then gonna sacrifice herself because she's...
Well, you just murdered your girlfriend and now you're sacrificing yourself. Just so we're clear. You can't just throw people off of lighthouses into oceans and be like, they'll survive. The rocks?
I mean, come on.
The impact into the ocean? Like... Yeah.
So, we hear whoosh, whoosh. Salem wakes up. Meanwhile, that water's got to be 1 degree.
Dead. She's been dead.
She's alive. She wakes up on the beach. There, standing with her, is the woman in red.
Anne Rayne, who's a ghost.
She is just pointing, and she looks over, and she can see Rayne's body there. And she crawls over to her, and she's holding her. Water spurts out of her. She's alive. Barely. But Rayne's alive.
Okay.
And she's holding her. And then we see Melanie's ghost, like, look at them one last time and then just drift out into the ocean as the lighthouse completely
Good for her.
Engulfs. It's over with. It's finally over.
And
they're holding each other. Epilogue.
Okay.
3 years later.
Okay.
They've adopted Rachel and Rebecca.
They had to.
Andy's daughters. They moved to Colorado.
Oh!
Where Salem was originally from.
Represent.
They're all obviously dealing with
yes,
mass amounts of trauma.
Yes.
These poor little girls.
Toe up from the flow up.
Oh my God, yeah. So they're all in therapy, just doing the best they can. And they're packing up for a camping trip. They're getting...
I'm not going to no woods, never after
Are you
this.
Out of your fucking mind?
Yeah.
I'm a city girl
I'm in the
now.
city. I'm in penthouses. Yes. We have security. We have doormen.
So, whatever. The two girls, Rayne, Salem, they get to their campsite. And Rayne now, she was like, I don't know what to do. I've just been an innkeeper. Like, I don't even know what I'm good at. Like, what
Keeping
job
inns.
do you expect me to have?
Well, they have inns other places.
She ends up owning a landscaping company.
Oh, because she's a lesbian.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
And they bought a house and they've landscaped it beautifully. It's like their own little oasis. Anyway, on this camping trip, Rayne gets down on one knee and proposes to Salem. And they're going to be wives now with these two kids.
And then they hear from deep in the forest.
At the end.
Melanie's voice going, help me.
Right. I mean, I was waiting for something like that to happen.
Yeah.
And that's that book. That's House of Rayne.
That is not at all what I thought that was going to be about.
Did you have a good time?
Yes, that was a wild ride. That was fun.
It was fun. I liked that book.
I liked it a lot. That was spooky.
I can't wait to read more. Harley Laroux does a very famous demon series.
Okay.
I have one. It's called Her Soul to Take. My friend's reading it right now. He says it's very fun. So.
Your friend?
My friend.
Your friend.
We are just friends.
Just friends.
Yep.
Sick.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Glad you liked it.
That was a good time.
Yeah.
That was very, yes, it was a smut book.
Yes.
But I was in it for the horror.
Yeah, she's got plot.
That was plot.
I will tell you, next week's book, I don't think is going to have plot.
Okay.
Because we need one of those.
Well, of course.
We need some
good old-fashioned
down-home
porn. Pornog.
And that's what we're going to do next week.
Yeah.
And I'm not giving anything away. Next week, we are doing Accidental Dr. Daddy. And it is by a author who I've read before who I quite enjoyed. Actually, I think I might be getting her confused with Candy Stein. I am. Okay, no, I haven't read this author yet. But anyway, Accidental Dr. Daddy. And it's like 325 pages, like a full-length novel.
Okay.
Usually books like that are...
Accidental Dr. Daddy.
Yep. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but I don't know.
Yeah, but how can I make it into a story? I'll make this quick, because I know you're on a time crunch.
Thanks, dog.
I think that Accidental Dr. Daddy is about...
I'm excited to read it.
A, 45-year-old, 40-something, hunky, just touch of gray, commercial.
I wish you could see the cover of the book.
Built guy. And he is a doctor, obviously. And he has his own practice.
I think you're probably going to be right about
this. I think so, too. I was like, this might be the time.
You should try to make it that way.
Okay. So this is what I think.
Okay.
So he has his own practice, whatever. He's hunky. He's single. And all the girls in the office are always like, all the old ladies are like, I can't believe you're still single. Like all this stuff. And he's really just kind of golden retriever energy, kind of like just pure and dopey, kind of a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, he's like a doctor. He does his shit. But
Yeah.
as far as like personalized, he's just like, oh. And then I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe he's going to be like, I'm going to take a vacation, you know, take some time off, whatever. He's going to, maybe his assistant books him a cruise or something, you know, and it's like forcing him to take this vacation because he works so much, and it's just like, you need to take 2 weeks off, whatever. So he's going to get booked on this cruise, and he's going to go, and when he's on the cruise, he's going to like start to realize, like, once they've taken off, like, there's like only guys on this cruise.
Oh.
There's just like, wait. And he's going to realize, oh my God, my assistant booked me
on a gay
cruise. And he's never said he was gay. He's always thought he was straight. And he's just going to be like, well, I'm just going to have fun. And I don't have to be gay to have a good time. And so then it's going to be him on this cruise. And, you know, he's going to start meeting people,
forced proximity,
hitting it off, you know, whatever. And they're going to be like one of the nights where he's like going to like, ooh, it's a, I don't know, party themed thing, enter a contest, and everyone has to like a almost like a pageant type thing, but just like for fun. And he gets like
talent show.
And he gets like pushed on stage, and like they has to go and like dress up in an outfit and come back out and like model it, and like that's the thing. And so backstage when he's getting all dressed up by these fucking queers, they're like, what? And he's like, I'm a doctor. So they just end up dressing him in like a jock strap and a stethoscope and like send him out, and everyone goes wild for him because he's this hot hunky doctor, and he's got this like sweet look about him, and he's like kind of bashful but nice, and it's just like people are eating up his pure energy. And that night, you know, whatever, maybe he's the little group he's been hanging out with, he finally like has a good time, and they have like big old group sex thing, and he's the focus of it. And whatever. Hot. But so what will have happened is that during this whole pageant thing that he did, obviously people got their phone out, obviously it's getting posted online, and the gays are going feral. They can't, everyone's like, he's so hot, he's Dr. so fucking hot, Dr. Daddy, like whatever. And so when he comes back, he doesn't realize it, but he's accidentally famous. He's instantly famous. So it's like the practice is getting hounded by people calling, like they've got a million new clients who are trying to come in. And then eventually it's just going to be like he gets reached out to by like a porn company. And like he's having all this like, wait, do I like this? Yeah. And so basically he's going to end up going into porn and becoming this like rising star in the porn industry. Dr. Daddy, that's his whole brand. He's doing doctor themed whatever. Hot. And like he is gonna get like, I'm gonna say like picked up by like a porn studio, and he's just a little naive. So like he's gonna just kind of like, we find out, get not like a great deal out of it, and then eventually like they're going to assign him an assistant, and the assistant's like new to the industry and wants to be like a manager and like whatever. Not young guy, I'm gonna say like in his 30s. You know, career change. Yeah. So he was working some other, maybe like in a law firm or something, and he just was like, I can't take it, I fucking hate it, and whatever. So he's like, I'm gonna just try like talent management, and he is gonna get in there and realize like this dude is actually genuinely like a good guy. It's not just like an act that he does for his thing, because he's expecting him to be like a skis-ball like porn guy who's just putting on a show. And so obviously they start to have sparks of whatever. They start slow build, because it's a long slow build for them, but our dude Daddy Doctor is fucking, and we're getting a ton of smut scenes of like, oh, we're on set today in this scene, and he's watching though, and he's like, God, I wish he would do that to me, or God, I wish I was that. And so he's having fantasies of the fantasies that are happening, whatever, it's going to keep building. And then eventually he's going to like get his like, after they maybe fuck for the first time, they have like their connection, maybe like pillow talk, he like gets a look at the dude's contract, and he's like, this is crazy, like you're getting fucked. And he's like, oh, you know, but like I already have like wealth from being a doctor, I live comfortably, and this is fun, and this has just been like a new thing for me. And he's like, you know, whatever, that's great, fuck that dude, like we're getting you out of here. And I guess eventually it's just gonna be them taking on this contract porn thing. They're going to find some loophole to get him out of it. And then they're going to obviously fall in love. He's going to start being in the videos with him too. And they're going to be like assistant and doctor. And it's like daddy doctor and whatever. And then maybe like the epilogue, because the porn company's going to come after them being like, you can't, totally. He's ours. Daddy doctor is ours. Like whatever. And they're going to have some core battle, something. They're going to win. It's going to be great. Epilogue is they've started their own site. Daddy totally. Doctor, whatever.
Totally.
They run it as an empire, and they just have like the best hospital medical doctor themed porn site
and I would
out.
Subscribe to that.
Yeah.
I would.
And that's what I think Daddy Doctor?
Accidental Doctor
Daddy. So that's the whole thing. It was an accident because of the cruise. He didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I would read that.
And he is very like dopey dumb.
Okay. Himbo.
Yeah. But like loving and caring, but himbo.
I will tell you, I do know for a fact that's not what this book is about.
That's fine.
You're going to die.
I can't wait. This sounds right on my alley.
Well, that sounds right up your alley.
Oh yeah, this is a straight doctor.
Right.
Gross. Now it's abusive then. A straight doctor having sex with his patients. Abuse.
Yeah, but that's
disgusting.
but that's
vile.
Not what's happening.
Taking advantage. Disgusting. That's what's wrong with the world. Can't trust anyone, not even your doctor.
Okay, we'll see how you like it next week.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay, bye.